keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
That is George G bringing us in on this Monday, as he does every show. And I know George G was at Whiskey Stars and Cigars Friday with the radio station. I was not there, so I want to find out from you guys how it was here in a second. Couple things percolating as we get into today's show. We're going to be joined today by Chris Perkins in the 3 o'clock hour, Will Manso this hour. Obviously, the NBA draft lottery happened. The Heat, they didn't move up anywhere. They end at 13, which is where they were slotted. They never move up anywhere. This is a never-ending movie. This is a never-ending movie. If anybody watched that draft lottery, if you didn't expect 13 to pop up, you haven't watched the other draft lotteries.
You don't look at trends. We never trend up.
I don't always buy into trends. This one, I kind of had a feeling that the trend was going to, regardless. That's going on. Giannis is being actively shopped. That's what Shams Charania says. I want to talk about that today. And Wemby, I want to talk about what happened yesterday. He's not going to be suspended at all. I had a parlay last night. I had a $50 bonus bet that I used on a parlay. Wemby, I bought him down to 20. Wemby over 20, Ant over 20. It was going to be the easiest parlay. I was going to laugh my way back to the $50 that I had lost to get me the $50 bonus bet so that I could get the $50 back in cash in my account. And he got bounced, and it wasn't like an injury, so there's no injury insurance. I lost that parlay because he's a jerk.
Is he a jerk or they found his weakness? He's emotional.
Just get under his skin?
His emotion, get under his skin. They were beating him up, pushing him down, grabbing him, and he couldn't handle it. They found his weakness.
Man, keep those bony elbows to yourself, Jack.
And he lined him up, though, too. The slow motion when he turned, put his elbow up and banged him.
That was, like sometimes you watch something in slow-mo and you're like, I don't think he meant to. That dude meant every inch of that elbow.
Yes, he did. I'm arguing because I know he's going to change the game. Man, he didn't mean to do that. Slow-mo. Yeah, he meant to do that. Yeah.
I'll tell you, I understand why they don't suspend him because I didn't watch the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't watch the next one if he's not. I swear to you, I turned the game off because I enjoy watching Wemby. So precedent says he should be suspended for multiple games, by the way.
Yeah. TV ratings,
viewership, and NBA interest. Don't let that man miss a game.
And the paint was wide open after that.
I stand with Adam Silver on this one, man.
Goodness gracious.
You want to make him, but punish him, tell him he's got to wear puffy elbow bands. He's like, do something embarrassing, but do not let him miss the game.
I would rather them give him a public pow-pow than make him miss game 5.
That's funny. That's what Adam Silver should sentence him to. At half court, I will put you over my knee. I'm going to spank you 5 times. And then you're going to get out there and you're going to play hard.
There we go. We need to
Keep your
change
elbows
these rules.
to yourself.
We figured this thing out.
How was Whiskey Stars and Cigars? I missed it on Friday. I heard from a couple of listeners. I talked with Georgie, who does our theme song. He said he rap battled Marcos at one point. I know Georgie. That's where I met him. I met him at Whiskey Stars and Cigars on the last one. He's like, yeah, I got bars, man. I'm like, well, put them to use on our show. Yeah. And he does. He does the theme for us. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Georgie Music, JORGMUZIK. I saw some pictures from our friend Manny. He sent me some pictures. He was there getting all his picks. He was very nervous. He's like, you're not coming, Hawk. Who's going to help me get all the picks that I want? But he seemed to do all right. How was Davion Mitchell, too? You got to give me the whole scoop. How was it on Friday?
Well, Solana had Davion on the stage, and I was getting talked to death. So I didn't see the Davion stuff, but I talked to him afterwards. And when he was leaving, he's a cool dude. Yeah, all the P1s, they call them, they were there. They were out. Manny, Picture Manny, Donut Keith. I got to put a little adjective on their name to remember them, but everybody was there, man. People were bringing pictures and stuff from years ago, but it was a good time. Tabacone, it's a beautiful place. The service is crazy. They had Stoner Pizza out there. You had pizza, you had cigars, you had the Johnny Walker. It was cool as hell, to be honest.
Solana?
No, it was awesome. I thought, there was a lot of people. I wasn't sure because last year, Hawk, you remember we had the Panthers playoff game, and it goes into double overtime.
We had the big screen out there.
And we just told everybody, come out, watch the game with us, and it was slammed last year. And, this year it's a little bit slower time in sports. I wasn't sure exactly what the crowd was going to be like. Obviously, Davion is a big draw. And the vibes were awesome once again. Like, this event is just, it's seamless because Tabacone is awesome. Everybody loves Drew Estate cigars. And I just think, like, the vibe works.
It's the vibe perfect for our station and our show because you can chill out, walk around a little bit. Like, there's space to walk around, and you can chill out inside Tabacone. You can walk around outside at Plantation Walk. Like, it's just, like, kind of perfect vibe for us. How was Davion Mitchell? Was he friendly? Did he mingle with the crowd, or he just did the panel?
He took pictures with a ton of people. I was kind of bouncing around, so I don't know exactly if you had to like stand in line for pictures or if it was just like first come first serve. I don't know exactly, but I know he signed autographs. He took some pictures with people after the panel. But the panel itself, man, like he's just good for that. Yeah. He's willing to answer any question. And Hawk, sometimes athletes, you'll ask him a tough question. We asked him about how that final game ended and what the vibe was like, because Bam got ejected and kind of like what the plans are for the offseason. And sometimes guys, they're a little more open on some questions and maybe a little bit more reserved, guarded on other questions. He gave us like detailed, well thought out answers on everything. He was down to joke around a little bit. So I thought Davion was really cool. It was a lot of fun. There were some Davion Mitchell fans that showed up. Remember last year during the summer, he went viral because he wore a Davion Mitchell Heat jersey, but he flipped it around.
Yes.
And people were just making fun of the fact that Davion Mitchell's out and about in Miami with his own jersey, but flipped around. So it's 45 Mitchell on the front. And there were like 3 or 4 dudes that showed up with a 45 Davion Mitchell jersey. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
And I saw Davion, the celebrities that when you walk up to them, they wait to see where the Sharpie is just for a signature. They're just trying to get done with this interaction. They walk up, what's up, bro? How you doing? What's your name? Like he's one of those guys, which was cool for me to see. I like him more now after being around him in person because he's just a laid back, cool dude. Yeah.
How was the show? How was the 2 to 6 live show?
It was good. It was quiet because not a lot of people were there yet, and then about 5:30 people started rolling in.
Yeah,
and Solana was on it.
We had that big argument last year. I want to make sure there were no arguments this time, but I may have been the cause of that big argument, and so you take me out of the equation was probably smoother.
You may have been the cause of the argument. There were a couple of our regulars that were there last year. Came out and we're like, oh, Solana, you're not crying yet. It's already 4:30. No tears yet from you. Real cutesy from our Canes gang. But no, it was good. It was good.
I was going to bring up the one negative was the Canes gang. That national championship appearance put y'all's attitude over the edge. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, they're peacocking.
The Canes gang out there.
Yeah. Canes gang was peacocking. They're smoking their stogie a little different now. Now that Cristobal had us in the natty, baby.
Goodness, they were giving me hell. Oh, Gators! Oh, the little lizards! Are you still cheering for the lizards? I said, yeah, I'm still a Lizards fan.
Well, thank you to everyone who came out for Whiskey Stars and Cigars version 3, and hopefully we'll have a version 4 at some point. And we will certainly keep you aware of when we do. Let's do headlines so we don't get caught behind today. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
One negative, the single bathroom.
Yes, Tabacon does have that single bathroom. It's a nice bathroom, but it's a single.
And I have IBS.
Mm.
Yeah. And I ate a couple pieces of pizza and drank 2 beers, and my stomach cranked up, and there was a line of 6 dudes staring at me when I walked out the bathroom.
Can never, ever drop a deuce at a single. Or you go to it ever.
Should have told me that Thursday because it happened Friday.
Oh, no, never. That's verboten. Or you ever go to these restaurants and instead of having men's and women's rooms, they have like maybe 2 or 3 bathrooms, but it's unisex. It's just whoever goes in there, you lock the door.
Oh,
if it's a unisex bathroom, no dropping deuces, fellas.
Hate it. I feel bad because a woman might come behind me.
That's what I'm saying. So no deuces.
When nature calls.
Well, listen. You gotta tell not now, nature.
You got to pick up the phone when nature calls.
not now, nature.
I don't believe in those rules. Like, I'm a deucer. Just I'll just deuce. I don't really care
Friday's a lot. I'm with you 100% on this one.
Yeah, I don't really care where I'm at.
Nope.
I don't care what like the norms are or whatever, what the expectations are.
And I've told you this before. Hotels are the proper place, and there happens to be a hotel right down the street. Like you're parking in the parking lot for the hotel. So if you have to go number 2 to the bathroom, you're at Tabacon. You walk a few steps to that hotel and use the lobby restroom there.
Huck, you're acting like this is optional. Like you're saying it just like, oh, it's if I cut my fingernails. My stomach said gloom, 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 and I had to respond.
Oh, the moment you hear that, your legs need to start walking to that hotel.
I gave that bathroom hell.
They're like, this Drew Estate has an interesting odor. Now, what is this? Is a tobacco from where?
So I wonder what you guys are more, I don't want to say like upset about or just frustrated or just interested in overall. The Heat landing at 13. I know you said you expected it, but I am bummed about the entire situation. A lot of people are pointing out the NBA's clear hypocrisy with Victor Wembanyama. And I'm with you, Hawk. I want to watch Wemby too, but clearly this is ridiculous that he's not being suspended, or the fact that Giannis Antetokounmpo is being shopped by the Milwaukee Bucks ahead of the NBA draft. I wonder like what it is that you guys are most interested in.
I mean, none of them are shocking, right? The Heat ending up at 13 is not shocking. The Bucks shopping Giannis, not shocking. He told us they were going to have a resolution. Either he was going to sign a max with them or they were going to figure out what was best. And then the Wemby thing, the elbow was shocking. The results of it are not. He was not going to get. Do you realize what he could mean for the league if he's in the Western Conference Finals and then the NBA championship? Could you imagine a Spurs with Wemby, Knicks, NBA Finals? Look out below.
That's what they want. That's what they want. They have the Spurs.
That's how it's lining up to me.
Castle, Vassell, they're good. They have no chance to get out the West without Wemby, or even I think they can't win this series without Wemby. So you want to see the best basketball? You need Wembanyama in the game. Giannis thing is most exciting to me because now we're back on the clock with Pat. So let's go get Giannis and put him with Bam and see what we can do. But yeah, I fully understand the Wemby thing. And Naj Reid, he did a little acting. He got bold, but he fell on the ground, did a backflip.
Leaned into the elbow. And Wemby's elbow circumference, you can't adjust for that. You know, when you're suspending someone, that's not fair. Most guys go like this. I mean, you're really up on someone. And Wemby's doing this, but his span is out there, and so I understand him not being suspended now that I talk it through.
Yeah, he could elbow everybody in the elevator at the same time.
Yeah, he could knock down 10 pins in a bowling lane
Mhm.
without stepping over the line with no
Great
ball.
point. Great point, Hawk. And his elbow's the size of a number 2 pencil. Did it really hurt that bad?
Right. That's the other thing, too. If anything got hurt, it was his elbow.
Nas Reed should be suspended, maybe, for hurting Wemby's elbow.
Jimmy just Solana sent a private message to Jimmy on the chat. Wake up, Jimmy. It's only 2:18. I didn't look at Jimmy. Is he falling asleep?
I'm off.
I mean, he was dozing off. man.
Not dozing.
Dozing off.
Stop
He's like
lying.
Trump in the Oval Office. He's just catching himself.
Jimbo, you still recovering from Friday, brother?
Yeah,
I saw you drink a screwdriver because you sent me a pic.
Yeah.
it was delicious.
I bet.
Hawk, Jimmy found one, but would refuse to shoot.
Oh, yeah? Well, listen, sometimes the predator circles his prey for a while.
Mhm.
Buzzards wait till they're dead.
Yeah, he's a buzzard. He's not a predator. He's still circling this girl. She's only 30, so he got a ways
Buzzards
to go.
wait till they take their last breath.
Oh, Jimmy got buzzard game. I didn't know, man.
Jimmy was looking good
Yeah.
on Friday night. Brought out the church shoes. He brought out the nice. I mean, it's a guayabera, but it's a Colombia guayabera, so it's I don't know how
Like
you're
Columbia brand?
like Colombia brand guayabera. I don't know how your ancestors would feel about that one, Jimmy. But either way, Jimmy was having a good time. He was mingling. He was taking pictures.
People love Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy was fun.
But he never went by the girl with the frosted tips.
Frosted tips, Jimmy. Frips.
Jimbo, say what's up, Jimbo? No.
Just give me a second here. I'm just scratching Wemby not suspended off my list of things because clearly you guys aren't taking any of this seriously. So I'll just
What are you talking about? You
Go
can be the
ahead.
opposing side.
I mean, what are you guys
You-
talking
you
about?
want him-
Outrage. Listen, you
want
didn't
him
want to
to
see
not
Tiger
play.
in the Masters. Of course you don't want to see Wemby in the NBA playoffs. I mean, you
It's
don't want
not-
to see any greatness anywhere.
It's not that I don't want to see greatness. It's not that I don't want to see Wemby play. Obviously, I want to see Wemby play. I love watching Victor Wembanyama. But what type of message is the NBA sending here? This is a slippery slope. I'm not kidding.
Stop it. The message they're sending is we'd like you to watch our product. And we're all going, well, thanks, because Wemby's the guy who makes us want to watch the product.
There's multiple incidents of players throwing an elbow. The windup was there. The contact was there. And this fits the bill of a flagrant 2, which was properly assessed on the floor, properly ejected. Victor Wembanyama pretending like he didn't know that you get ejected after getting a flagrant 2 also might be the most ridiculous thing. Mitch Johnson caping up for Victor Wembanyama, talking about the physicality that he endures, is ridiculous. Like, bro, he got frustrated. He threw an elbow. He deserves to be suspended for a game because if it happened to any other player,
do you think
they'd be
LeBron would have
suspended.
been suspended for that?
No.
He should be, though.
No.
SGA.
SGA, LeBron.
No.
Okay,
But
welcome
they
to the
should
real world. They shouldn't be suspended for that. Neither should Victor Wembanyama. Draymond Green does it. Dylan Brooks does it. Suspend they ass.
Yeah.
Real world. This is real world.
If it was the other way, if Nas Reed did that to Wemby, Nas missing game 5.
Perhaps criminal charges.
He's going to jail.
And I'm one of the complainants.
You got to be realistic, Solana.
It's the real world.
But I am
For
being
all you
realistic.
youngsters out there, this is a great lesson in how the real world works. Make yourself so valuable to something that you don't have to follow the rules that others do.
I'm trying to look it up, Solana. You might know. Name something else that happened where guys get suspended for multiple games.
Yeah, so there's a video now.
Ron Artest, Ron Artest is crazy.
Ron Artest threw an elbow. It was the second to last game of the regular season. The Lakers were playing Oklahoma City, and he threw an elbow. You probably remember it. Hits James Harden. He had scored. He was celebrating. Just threw an elbow. Hits James Harden.
Because he was Ron Artest, and that was James Harden.
He throws an elbow.
Real
He
world.
gets suspended for the final regular season game and the first 6 postseason games.
Deserved.
For a Lakers team, by the way, that was competing in the playoffs that year.
It was
Kobe
deserved.
Bryant, Hassan Whiteside. I just saw the video. Somebody reposted it. They were playing the San Antonio Spurs. It was regular season. Hassan Whiteside threw an elbow. I think he hit Thiago Splitter in the face. Hassan Whiteside faced a 1-game suspension.
Right. Definitely analogous. A regular season game with Hassan Whiteside versus a postseason game with Victor Wembanyama.
I see your point. I see your point. I'm not telling you it's analogous in terms of the cachet of the player throwing it. What I'm telling you is that there's a clear hypocrisy by the league, which is our superstars can do whatever they want. They won't face any penalties, and everybody else has to play by
whatever
he
wants. He didn't eat the guy's ear off. He threw an elbow.
Dennis Rodman took time off from the postseason to go be in Vegas and wrestle. Be so good and so intriguing at what you do that you can get away.
Are you calling it hypocrisy if you want everything to be judged player 1, player 2, no names behind it? You should have a standard for things that happen, no matter who's a part of it.
I think there's some leeway for certain instances, but for this instance here specifically, this is a player who threw an obvious elbow. There was wind-up. There was contact. It was unnecessary contact. He was ejected from the game, and because the NBA doesn't want to hurt its bottom line, they're willing to bypass a suspension, and I think that's bogus. I'm not saying suspend him for the entire series. I think a 1-game suspension is fair. There's suspensions for other guys.
Nas Reed deserved a T for embellishment.
Flopping.
Crazy.
It's crazy. You say that it's a player. That's what I'm saying. You want everything to be judged as a player, not Victor Wembanyama, the future of our sport. We're going to kick him out for a game, but just player A. You can't look at it like that. That's unrealistic.
This guy in the chat says it best. You know what's really ridiculous, Solana? Bam shooting 85 free throws to score 83.
Yeah. You guys gave Bam his props for about a week and a half, and now
I just did that to annoy you, not for Bam. That was just to annoy you.
Hawk, you annoyed me this morning on our text thread when we're talking about Disney World. We don't have time to get to it, but
I could not screenshot and text that fast enough to Whittingham and Appel because I mean, in my bag. He's asking me if I've been on Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot. I don't remember. It's such a great response because that's what you want the old guy to not be able to. So that infuriates the young person. What do you mean you don't remember? It's the greatest roller coaster. I go, oh, the roller. Oh, yeah. I was on it. You get to be Aerosmith. Just having the best time.
It's pretty cool.
I don't think it was open when I was at Epcot.
It's brand new. I'm literally going to Epcot just to ride that. That's why I'm going. So I wanted to know.
You always loved Aerosmith.
Yep.
No, this is not Aerosmith.
Go ahead. I want to have time with Will Manso.
Rock and roller
do that
coaster.
bit later.
Hey, how about the Marlins? They beat the Nationals 1-run game on Saturday. Came from behind and won. And yesterday they beat the Nats as well. They won the series 5-2.
All right.
Tonight, Cavs Pistons game 4. Detroit's still up in the series, but Cavs took game 3. And then LeBron James is an 11.5-point underdog down 3-0 in a series. That's the largest point dog he's ever been at home in the NBA playoffs.
Wild.
The Thunder are playing a rec league team.
They are. Did I see the first team to win a championship and then go 7-0 in their first playoff games the next season?
Yeah. It was a fast break, and they just kept passing it back and forth to each other all the way down the court with no defenders in front of them. They're playing around with them.
They were running the weave.
Wait to watch them.
They were running the weave with no defense in front of them. Yeah. It was crazy.
All right, guys. Your weather in South Florida, the Marlins are off today, by the way. Your weather in South Florida, it's 91 degrees currently tonight. The lows, they'll drop into the upper 70s. It's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
All right, Will Manso is going to join us next. The Hard Rock Bet Party is on. You're on the guest list. Sign up at $5 on any game. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. So you got a winning bet, boosted bankroll. That's how you get the party started. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. NBA playoffs, we're talking about it. I mean, however you want to put together your bets, whether it's an over, under, same game parlay, however you want to do it. Hot hand to drop over 30, someone to get a double-double. Hard Rock Bet gives you tons of ways to stack your picks into an epic same-game parlay if you so desire. And, of course, hockey. Test your playoff puck luck on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sports book. From puck lines and totals to player props and same-game parlays, every night is a shot to light the lamp on Hard Rock Bet. And Hard Rock Bet isn't just the sportsbook app with all the features you love, like same-game parlays and live betting. It also gives you new promos daily. So if you have the Hard Rock Bet app, open it up right now. See what's waiting for you today. It all starts with you downloading the Hard Rock Bet app if you don't yet have it. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Got a horse running at Saratoga? Give me anything. You got a lottery ticket? You got some numbers? What do you got? Get to Will Manso here in a second. Summer's almost here. The Miami Heat Junior Heat Summer Camp is back. I mean, you know it's summer when I'm talking about Heat Camp, right? It's a fun 3-training camp designed to gear you up, your kids, for the upcoming basketball season from June 8th to July 31st. Boys and girls ages 9 to 14 can join for these exciting skills camps at 5 different locations across Miami-Dade, Broward, and as far north as Deerfield Beach. Campers will enjoy a mix of friendly competitions and fundamental drills and games, so don't miss out. You can sign up your young player right now at heat.com/juniorheat. Heat.com/juniorheat.
Ava's going.
Will Manso is going to bring the heat. Will Manso is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Who'd you say is going?
Ava. I'm going to let Ava go out there and work them kids.
Oh, she's going to take them to school, man.
Put them
She's
in
been at
put
IMG.
them in the dishwasher. Yeah, let's go, son.
Will Manso from WPLG Local 10 here in Miami. I'm sure he was paying close attention to the NBA draft lottery yesterday. He had no idea where the Heat were going to end up. We had no kind of backwards trajectory on the trend of the Heat moving up or down. We all were on pins and needles trying to see.
Yeah. They don't even put the Heat's balls in there.
Will,
they don't have no
did you
Heat
even bother
balls in
watching? You knew they were going to end up at 13.
I was shocked, I tell you. No, I watched only, I was getting ready for work, and I said to Giselle, I said, let's watch this. Let's just see the inevitable. And I'm not going to lie, for like 2 seconds after the Hornets went 14, I said, okay, at least they didn't drop the 14. I said, this is the answer, right? If they're not 13, then they're in the top 4. And for like 2 seconds, I let my mind believe, and then I was smacked with reality, and it was back to like, whatever. They got the 13th pick, which is what they deserve.
It's like when I put in a 9-leg parlay, and for about 3 seconds at the start of game 1, I say, you know what? I think I might actually hit this thing.
It's like working out.
It
Basically.
doesn't seem to happen. Are you, Heat Nation, a lot of them on social media, they're annoyed. So the Heat are the team that keep trying. They keep on trucking, right? And the reward is the 13th pick. And it annoys fans because they want to see the Washington route or the Utah route. But the reality is, and I don't really have a question, the reality is we're not going to see that route. Pat Riley was pretty clear, right?
Yeah, and not only was he clear, we're not going to see it, and the track record tells you the same as what Pat said the other day when he spoke. But guys, I mean, the Utah route, the Charlotte route, the Washington route, all these routes we're talking about, none of them include 3 championships and 7 NBA Finals appearances. So while I get frustrated with some of the things the Heat do, and we've talked about it on the show, we'll talk about it probably more today, the idea that they have on how to build a winner, to me, is proven. Now, you get these frustrating moments when you chase stars and don't get them. But, post Big 3, everybody's like, what do you do? How do you pivot? And there was that kind of dead time where the end of Dwayne and we weren't sure what was going on. They went out and got Jimmy and made 2 finals. So this is the way they do it. And to suggest that it hasn't worked or that it's not, or that the Washington way or Utah way is better, is, I don't think, the right way to look at it, as frustrating as some of the things can be.
Yeah, Will, I don't know college basketball, but this 13th pick's not going to put us over the edge. Pat kind of insinuated he almost regrets putting the word or the phrase whale hunter out there, but it's out there.
Yeah.
Where's our harpoons going? Because it can't just be Giannis or bust.
I mean, I think it has to be Giannis or bust to start, right? Because that seems to be based on, especially, the stuff that Shams threw out today about that the Bucks are open for business. And I think we kind of heard that last week. I think last week the Bucks owner basically said, look, we got to figure out the Giannis situation before the draft because we've got to see where we're going. Obviously, we'll want to keep him. He's our franchise player. But I think they have to get together and determine, okay, are you staying? Are you going to sign this big max? Are you going to keep going? Or are you going to go somewhere else and sign it somewhere else and we make a trade for assets? So I do think, Channing, that for now, as frustrating as it is for fans to hear, oh, here we go again, same Giannis chase that's falling short every time, I think this is kind of Giannis or bust right now. If it doesn't happen now for the Heat, it's never going to happen. I mean, this is the time to do it. They seem to feel comfortable with their assets, though, again, we've talked on the show many times that I thought they probably should have tried to get even more assets before the deadline instead of trying to go for the playoffs. But like you said, Hawk, I mean, it's never going to be that way, and it's okay. This is the Pat Riley way. There's no secret to it, and he made it clear once again the other day.
The question now, Will, is, in your mind, do the Heat have the assets to pull off this type of trade? Because there was about, I don't know, a 2-3 week period after the season ended where I felt like maybe the Heat would be able to get away with asking for less if Giannis were adamant about, I don't want to say forcing his way to Miami, but making it clear he has a demand of teams that he'd like to go to. Maybe the Bucks play ball, but knowing that Miami only has the 13th pick, knowing what Sham said today about blue chips really being the, you know, what Milwaukee's after, we know what a package is going to be around. It's going to be the 2030, the 2032, those two, plus the Bucks get to pick whoever the Heat have at 13, and then a combination of Tyler, Kalel, and then maybe one of the other young guys. Will that be enough?
I mean, on paper, it sounds like enough, right? But the question is, we don't know what other teams are going to have and who's going to jump in the mix. And at this point, it's all speculation. Like Boston, given the Jaylen Brown situation and the rumors there, do they jump in? You always think about Houston. Are they a team that's going to pursue in that direction? I mean, you could pretty much throw any contender. You can even throw as good as the Knicks are, and it looks like they're on their way to potentially an NBA Finals. That's a team that could jump right in the mix that has been rumored before to have a connection to Giannis. So I think, honestly, Solana, I think all these teams are going to have their packages. It's a question of, and the whole idea of where a player wants to go kind of died after the Dame thing, because I think we all thought the Dame thing was a slam dunk for the Heat. And I think to an extent, maybe the Heat did too, given that Dame wanted to go there and it was clear through his agent that he wanted to go there and that the Heat appeared to have the assets, and we know how that went. So do they have the assets? Yeah, I think they do, but I also think that there are other teams that could probably have more assets if they really want to pursue it and if that's the direction Milwaukee wants to go.
What'd you make of Wemby last night? We had a disagreement in the first segment of today's show. Crowder and I are like,
well,
yeah,
I want to hear
Wemby.
what direction. I want to hear.
Well, Crowder and I want to see Wemby play, and I said to Solana, who's saying, hey, there's precedent, I said, welcome to the real world. Make yourself good enough or intriguing enough at anything in life that you don't have to follow the same rules that someone else might have to follow. In that situation, I am all for suspending Victor Wembanyama. No, I am all for suspending Dylan Brooks or Davion Mitchell, to use one of our guys, or
Draymond.
you know, whoever, Draymond Green,
but not a superstar, generational player that
no
that
SGA, no Wemby, not in that situation, no Ant, like no, they don't get suspended for that.
See, I see where you're going, and I agree with you. I think it's common sense that I don't think I'm surprised that people were surprised he didn't get suspended for the next game because of what he means to the league, what he means to the team, but what he means to the ratings, what he means to the attention. I mean, he's an alien. He's a superstar. He's the face of the league for now and the future. So yeah, they weren't going to suspend him. The only way I would have thought a suspension might happen is if this happened in the last 30 seconds of the game. You know what I mean? Where the game was out of hand, or the game was decided, he did this, he gets kicked out of the game, because then it actually has an impact. We already saw the impact he had. You could say they lost yesterday because Wembanyama got ejected. And I knew they built an 8-point lead without him, and they looked like they might actually recover and win without him. But let's face it, without Wemby, Minnesota had a better chance, and they won the game and even the series. So I think the penalty was paid already. If it had happened late in the game, kind of a frustrating situation, the game's already decided you're going to lose, that's different. I think there maybe was a way you could say, no, he's got to pay the price for another game.
And with Adam Silver, is he, he talks a lot, but it seems like nothing gets done. He's getting criticized about the Wemby thing from, other people on Solana's side with this, and also the tanking, where the 4 teams that tank got the top 4 seeds. Like you're talking about it, you want to change it, but nothing really changes. Is Adam Silver, is his criticism justified?
Yes, for a lot of things, not for everything, but for a lot of things. The tanking thing, look, I know there's no easy solution, but what bothered me most about the situation yesterday was this kind of reminds me like in Major League Baseball. It's funny. Years ago, I used to think Rob Manfred was an awful commissioner, and he's actually, to his credit, baseball's kind of cleaned and figured things out and actually done some really nice things under Manfred. I think, for instance, in baseball, if you get suspended for PEDs, you can't be in the playoffs, right? You get a long suspension for PEDs, you're ineligible for the postseason. To me, once the Utah Jazz got a suspension, a fine for basically tanking. Remember when that happened during the season? And actually, one of the games was against the Heat.
One was against
Remember
the
when
Heat.
that happened? Yeah. To me, that automatically should mean you can't be in the top 4. That's it. That's your. Not only are you paying $200,000, whatever it is. To me, that's it. You're out of the top 4. You cannot now be a potential lottery team in that top 4.
Can I just play devil? Can I play devil's advocate there for 1 second? Because if you're Utah, you can say, hey, I could have rested all those guys for all 4 quarters and not given the fans any of their money's worth, but I played them for 3 quarters, and now you're going to punish me more than had I sat them the entire game.
Well, yeah, see, I disagree, because I think if you sit in the game, you could come up with some excuse, some injury, something. In a fourth quarter, when you're watching a game, and look, you're watching one of these games, and then it's a tight game, it's a 1-point game into the fourth, and your top 2 players don't play a second in the fourth as the lead bleeds away and you lose, that's as obvious a tanking as you can get in-game. To me,
they all got injured during the intermission.
Now,
Everybody got hurt.
If that's the case, sure, go ahead. But it was clear what they did on multiple occasions. To me, that's where Adam Silver screwed up. I don't think a team like Utah should benefit from openly tanking. You said they basically openly tank. You fined them $200,000 or whatever it was. Maybe it was even more than that. And yet they still get the second pick, so they won. Any owner will give you $200,000 if you give them the second pick right now. You don't think Mickey Harrison's signing a check right now for $200,000 if you give him the second pick? Of course he is.
What do you think it ends up? You said New York coming out of the East. I think everybody is in agreement there, right? Yeah. I don't think the Cavs or Pistons are gonna beat New York. Who do you think comes out of the West? OKC?
Yeah, I mean, OKC is just a juggernaut, right? Like, I'm looking forward to that series. By the way, if San Antonio can get through Minnesota, because I think that's the one everybody was highlighting as kind of like the NBA Finals, right? Like the de facto NBA Finals is that one. But I do think OKC, I mean, they're just so good. And they're such a machine, even without Jalen Williams. I mean, they're just so good. SGA is so good. The balance they have, the bench they have, they are a modern-day dynasty in the making. So I can't see how anyone would think that they're not the team that's not just going to get to the finals, but win the finals.
Will, I wanted to ask, is because everybody's talking about the Wemby thing, and you see the list he's on now. Young career, he's on a list with Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, just crazy stats. Is this the cheat code to Wemby, is to get physical with him and get under his skin? And he's not emotionally, you have to get to him. You can't get to him physically because he's so physically gifted.
I mean, I think, look, isn't that kind of the way, and they tried to do it, every superstar, right? People have tried to get under their skin. I mean, they tried to do it with Jordan, it didn't work. Tried to do it with Kobe, didn't work. I mean, you see the great players in the game's history, right?
I mean, Lance Stevenson and LeBron.
Yeah, there's a perfect example. Like, if you can't beat them, kind of irritate them, or maybe let them beat themselves.
Blow in their ear.
That was a weird approach, the ear blow. That was a weird approach.
The ear blow is iconic, but looking back on it, pretty damn weird. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. Like, do you give Wemby a kiss on the cheek while he's playing? I mean, is that the way you're going to, I'm not exactly sure what. But, look, we've seen him already snap. You see that for a kind of mild manner, really what seems to be a really intelligent, nice guy, like just a genuinely nice person. He clearly has a little mean streak to him. So if that's the way to get under his skin, I don't think there's anybody in Minnesota right now too worried that whatever Naz Reid did to get under his skin ended up in that, because you'll take an elbow to the face if it means not having to deal with him for a half.
Yeah, I think Crowder nailed it there. I think that is the best way probably to employ a way to stop him, because I think he probably gets tired of hearing that he's thin and he's weak and he's meek and whatever. Yeah. And so he's got that soft, extra prickly nice attitude. Guy.
Yeah, he's so sweet and smart. No, I want to be a jerk. Like, that's okay. I want to be known as a jerk. Listen, all the all-time greats are kind of known as jerks, right? Like, there's a little bit of a jerk side to them when they're on the court, I tell these people all the time, like, Goran Dragic is the nicest human being. Every time I see him, he asks me, my kids, he's the nicest human being in the world. On the court, he was an absolute menace. Like, he will elbow you and push you and do whatever it takes to get through you. And sometimes you need a little bit of that edge.
All right, Will Manso. Watch him on Local 10. Appreciate your time, Will.
Anytime, guys. We'll talk soon.
You have big plans for the summer, by the way? Summer's kind of here. We've got no Heat, no Panthers. Are you going anywhere?
You know, I've got the annual trip to the Keys for my youngest daughter's birthday, and then we're doing Europe. We're going to go. I think I told you, remember I'm going to the south of France to see The Cure.
That's right.
And that's not the only reason I'm going, but while I'm there, might as well. So, yeah, we're doing the European trip to see my sister. We're doing London, Paris, south of France, and then when we get back, that's it. It's the grind again. It's football season. It's Kane. Can I say something, guys? I know we got to go, but I can't wait till Kane season. Like, this is the most excited I've been about Kane season, like legit national title contender, one of the top teams in the country, a showdown against Notre Dame, all the things. I cannot wait till Kane's football.
Yeah, Crowder doesn't want to hear about it. He said
Man,
at Whiskey
they
Stars
gave
and
me
Cigars
hate on
Friday
Friday.
night, Kane's gang was
Crowder,
already
next Monday,
flexing.
Next Monday, just so you know, the Gators coach is coming to our studio next Monday to chat with us. We're doing a
Summerall.
Yeah, he's in town for some event, and they said, "Hey, you want to bring him by?" I said, "Sure." There are a lot of Gators alums in town. We'll have him.
Jim McElwain.
And listen, don't
Yes,
disrespect
yes,
Summerall.
Yes, yes.
He's gonna take us back to the mountaintop.
Will Muschamp. Can't wait to see him. It's going to be great.
We'll see you, Will.
All right, guys.
There you go. Will Manso from Local 10. We'll take a break. We've got more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana to come.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Hey, Claude, let's jump Hawk.
back at it with this daddy. Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. 305, cafecito time, dame una colada. Got some interviews next. Always got dope guests. Get the cesspool live, dropping comments and likes. We about to get right. Talking sports, my G. Listen to Odyssey and 104.3. Live and back on GeorgiaMusic.com. Hitting it at the park like a Matt Mervis bomb off power. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for the 3 o'clock hour. Get ready for that 3 o'clock.
All right, here we go.
Ready for that 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock hour on Hochman, Crowder, and Solana. This Monday, I saw a question in the Sun Sentinel for Ira Winderman today that said, Ira, I remember when some were saying the Heat should have traded Bam for Joel Embiid. I was probably one of them. The emailer says at least Bam shows up for work, which is so true, by the way. And Ira responds, the Joel Embiid paradox is one that makes you wonder. When he's on top of his game and on top of his health, he is the best big man in the NBA this side of Victor Wembanyama. And Ira writes, parenthetically, with all due respect to Nikola Jovic because of the two-way impact. But there simply are too many questions to ever have a comfort level. But regardless, about Embiid, I saw this on NBA Central. Did you see what his cap hits are for the next 3 seasons with his extension, with his max extension?
Something crazy.
Which kicks in this year.
Crazy.
What's
next season, 2026, 2027, when he's 32 years old, $57.9 million. The following season, $62.6 million. And the 28-29 season, $67.2 million.
I need to DM him. I know he has some fun parties.
Crazy. That's crazy. I guess, we're just kind of shock-free with money that athletes earn at this point. But holy mackerel. In the next 3 seasons, he's making what, like $180 million? Next 3 seasons.
192 million. 3 years, 192 million is what kicks in starting this summer.
God.
Crazy part is his talent, healthy, justifies every dime.
It does, but you will never get it. You can't. You talk about the trend with the Heat falling, not moving down from where they're slotted. Like, has Joel Embiid ever been healthy for a complete season? A complete season.
No, I don't even have to look. There's no chance he played over 70 games in a season.
His MVP season, my guess is, he definitely met that 65-game threshold.
I don't even think they had it back then, did they?
Maybe not, but still, I'll look it up right now. You win MVP.
Look it up. I'll bet anybody he hasn't played over 70 games in the season.
He played 66 that year, 66 games. And the year before, he played 68 games.
And how old was he?
He's 32
what
now.
Year was it?
So that was 2021, 22. So 3 seasons ago, he played 68. And in the 23 season, he played 66.
He'll be 32 next year.
He's 28 years old.
His body's 52.
It is. It's crazy.
And that's what it is. They got to deal with him now. Nobody's trading for him. That's a waste of money.
Man, does anybody think? Yeah, you don't want to be saddled with that, which, by the way, is part of the concern with a Giannis, a Kawhi. Those guys are going to command massive money, right, Solana? Like we talked about Ja Morant. Now, Ja Morant, you may be able to get him on the cheap, but you'd have to promise him, right? Like he's not going to do I'll prove it to you. Like he's not at that point in his career where he's going to prove it to someone. He's going to get I almost cursed, a bleep load of money.
Yes.
Yeah, here's the funny thing about the Embiid number. So next year he's going to make $58 million, right? Which will be, as of right now, the 6th highest paid player in the league. Which, it's stupid money. But man, just go down 10 slots. Evan Mobley from the Cavaliers is making $50 million. Jamal Murray, $50 million. De'Aaron Fox, $50 million. Jaren Jackson Jr., $49 million. Mr. 305. Dale. God bless. Dale.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
305 is sponsored by Make Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family.
This
I
is
gotta
just
pay
what
my
the
car note. I'm about to get it repossessed. This one I wait. I wait till repossession time to pay it.
Great strategy.
like Domantas Sabonis, 45 million. Like this is just what the market is right now in the
Crazy.
NBA per year. I mean,
Yeah.
John Morant next year will only be the 32nd highest paid player in the NBA. And that has to do with he signed that extension following his rookie scale contract. So it's just what he was able to make. This next one, ideally, will put him up in the 60 million per year. Now, he's not going to get that with the way he's missed games and all the other
He'll
stuff.
get close,
but-
though, won't he?
Yeah, he'll probably make annually, if he gets the extension that he's looking for from a team, in the 50 million range. He just will.
And the market's the market. But you bring up Hawk brought up Kawhi, and it sounds crazy. I don't want to bring Kawhi to Miami. We know he's not going to play. Like we're
But
getting
when
excited.
he does, though, to the point of like when Joel Embiid is out there, he's arguably the best big man out there.
Yes.
When Kawhi is Kawhi,
Stupid.
holy mackerel.
But we're going to get holy mackerel for 40 games out of 82.
I mean, it really only matters in the postseason.
But then it's eating up the salary cap. Now can you add somebody else?
It only matters in the postseason, though.
I
It
mean,
really does.
It only matters in the postseason if you can ensure you're a top 6 seed, because the Clippers are a perfect example. The Clippers, had they been healthy enough throughout the regular season, they would have avoided the top 6 seed. I mean, look how well they performed after starting whatever it was, like 4-20 or whatever. They had one of the best turnarounds after that mark. And then they were one of the best teams in the league, but you got into the play-in tournament, and the West is really hard to get out of the play-in tournament. Even the East, man. Like Orlando had to fight through the play-in tournament, and they gave Detroit 7 games. Like they could have won. They were up 20 in game 6 with a 3-2 lead. I'm not comparing the East to the West, but you got what I'm saying. Like it's difficult. It's hard to come out of the play-in tournament. You don't want to be there if you're the Miami Heat. And I think if you have Kawhi on your team and you're banking on Kawhi and Bam as your duo, and obviously some other parts around it, but that's what you're banking on, you're running that risk of being back in the Jimmy Butler territory, which is, once again, just saying, oh, we just have to be ready for the playoffs. Well, okay, but good luck being healthy.
But if
come
you,
April
but if you
14th.
don't, I don't know what the alternative is, though, because we know who's out there. The guys who are out there are the guys who are frustrating at some level. The guys who are great players and don't give any problems and are out there all the time aren't available. They're not moving around. So what's the alternative? Is this same thing again? So it's almost like, hey, do you want to roll? Like, do you want to play conservatively, or do you want to roll the dice and say, hey, Kawhi's got an amazing season left in him?
This is the do I want Jalen Brunson? 1,000%. But Jalen Brunson's never going to hit the market because they're going to give him whatever he asks for because he's amazing.
He already hit the market from Dallas. That was a huge mistake. Like those mistakes don't happen.
No. But like I asked Will, if we're whale hunting, we have 3 harpoons. Solana, who are 3 harpoons saved for? Giannis is one. Who's the next 2?
Yeah, and I know Heat fans don't want to hear this, and I get it, by the way. Like, I want this team to build a contender. I'm all in on Giannis. You guys know how I feel about this. But if you can't get Giannis, because other teams are going to get in the mix here, right? If you can't get Giannis, then the alternative is to play your young players next year. And maybe you do trade Tyler Hero. Maybe you do trade some of these other guys, and you try to collect some assets. You play your young guys, and you remain flexible for the next offseason or the next disgruntled superstar. And again, I know Heat fans don't want to hear that. I get it. But this idea that they're going to tank, like Ira was on with us the other day, and he made it pretty clear. This year, there was this upcoming year, the pick is owed to Charlotte, either this year or the following year. And I get it. I think it's top 8 protected or top 10 protected. Maybe it's lottery protected. But either way, like, they're not going to tank. So get that out of the way.
But Solana,
I'm just giving you names, right?
No,
like
no. That's clearly just to the point. If we just run it back, isn't that I guess, a man tank, a testosterone tank. We're not going to beat anybody in the East with this same roster.
Right, but they're not running it back. Like the team next year is not going to be Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Khalil Ware, and Davion Mitchell. It's just not. Like they're if they can't get a whale or they can't get one of these marquee players we're talking about, then they're not going to lock themselves in to long-term money on some of these guys. Like they're not going to give Andrew Wiggins the extension that he wants. They're not going to give Norman Powell a deep extension that's going to keep them
You're
out
essentially
of the
running it back,
2027.
but with different names, but the same outcome without one of those whales.
Right, but I just don't understand what's the alternative.
There isn't one.
Right.
Well, the alternative is a flat out tank. That's like that. If you can't get the whale, because I understand stay flexible, but this is the person who then is only stretching and is never working out. You know what I mean? Like it has been stretching to get ready to run a marathon for 10 years, but has never run a 5K.
Flexible,
you know what I mean?
as hell.
Like,
Flexible
nobody
as
wants to
hell.
hear stay flexible if you never compete with that flexibility. And again, I'm not blaming them for not getting Damian Lillard because that seemed to be a done deal. I'm not blaming them for not getting Giannis. It really seemed like they were extremely close this trade deadline, and that was because they were flexible enough to have the assets to go get him. So I don't know. I think, if there's really three alternatives, which are get a whale, run it back some pseudo way and stay flexible, or flat out tank, get rid of everyone. I think most Heat fans would say flat out tank. But like you said, Ira told us, one of those draft picks, you're going to lose it. So you're tanking, and then you're going to be terrible. What was it, 28? And then you're not going to have the pick.
Well, so Charlotte is owed next year the 2027 pick, but I just checked. It's lottery protected. So if the Heat were to tank this year, right, or they just put out a roster that's not very good, they end up being a lottery team, they keep that pick, then in 2028, it's going to Charlotte, 100%. So you have 1 year to get that right, 1 year. But we know that they're not going to do that. They're not purposely going to
It's not on
tank.
the table.
It's not. But here are the names. And again, I'm not suggesting that the Heat are in the market for any of these guys, but just hear me out here, okay? Steph Curry's contract is up next year.
I'll take him.
I think Steve Kerr signed back because Steph is going to keep playing.
Well, Steve Kerr signed back for sure, and you're,
I think
you're
Steph
probably
would
right.
like to end his career in Golden State, no?
Yeah.
Or go to Charlotte where his dad played, and he's a
Okay.
legend over there. But you look, one of them is Jimmy Butler, but Kawhi Leonard next year,
Pass.
obviously, Kawhi Leonard next year is an unrestricted free agent. If he doesn't move anywhere this year, he doesn't sign an extension. So you could get Kawhi next year without having to trade anything for him. In this instance, this offseason, the Clippers are going to say, well, we want something. And do you really want to give up an asset for Kawhi Leonard? If I can get him for nothing next year, then maybe. I know Tobin.
We'll wait till he's older and richer. Checkmate.
We got him now, Hawk.
Donovan Mitchell next year.
Oh,
His
I love
contract is up. He does have a player option, but he's obviously going to opt out of it because he's going to want an extension. He's going to be up for a massive extension if he doesn't sign one this offseason.
You enjoyed meeting him Friday night, too?
I met Donovan Mitchell?
No,
Didn't you?
Wrong D Mitch.
Oh,
Wrong D Mitch.
my bad.
Those are the guys you're going to be in the market for. Or look at this offseason. Did anybody expect Jaylen Brown to be in trade discussions? Like, that's going to happen next year as well. Maybe you go out and you get Kawhi Leonard and you get Kevin Durant next year. Like, I'm just saying the Heat are going to remain flexible because they want to be in a position where if all of a sudden next year is a bleep show in the NBA and names are available, they want to be in the mix. And they're not going to hamstring themselves to bad contracts this offseason unless it's Giannis, unless it's that big move to keep them from 2027. And I know that's not what Heat fans want to hear. I get it. I'm with you. I don't want to hear that either. I want Giannis. Like, go get me Giannis. I want to compete next year. The East is wide open. The stupid New York Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm sick to my stomach watching that. But I also don't want the Heat to just be stupid and start throwing money around this offseason because fans don't want to see Tyler Hero back next year. I think
That's
that's a massive, massive step backwards just to avoid 1 year where you couldn't get anything else done.
That was the mistake with the Tyler Hero contract. That's what ate up all the money. With Tyler, get rid of Tyler. Tyler's run his, like you said, he's run his course, Solana. You think Tyler Hero should
one
stay
of
in
your better
Miami?
assets, though. I think he's one of your better trade assets.
I think he's a liability. He played 6 games or something like that.
Valid.
I mean, the injury stuff, it's not even debatable. But Crowder, his contract wasn't a mistake. He's the 60th highest paid player in the league. He was an all-star last year.
Being 60.
Stop.
How much does he make? How much does Tyler Hero make?
$33 million.
Tyler Hero earned $33 million in the year of 2025 and 2026.
But the problem is, tell him who else is making $33 million.
Emmanuel Quickly.
Want him?
Yep.
I mean that honestly, like that's who's in that market. Trey Murphy III makes
You think people would
$29
come out
million.
if I did my own whiskey, stars, and cigars since I missed Fridays? If I did one with Matt Mervis, because you guys had Davion Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
If I did one with Matt Mervis and maybe Davis and De Los Santos, I don't think I can get him though because he's got a full schedule with Jacksonville. Mervis though hasn't signed anywhere. Would I get a huge crowd? Do you think for people to meet Matt Mervis and me?
You can fill up a Subway.
If it was me, Matt Mervis, some Swisher Sweets,
I could
and
probably
a sixer of Funky Buddha.
Oh, well, you'll get me. You hit me with the Funky Buddha, I'll be there.
I could probably get my rabbi to RSVP to that, Hawk.
Right. The Jewish Swisher Sweet loving contingent.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people that is.
I'm going to spitball that. If anybody's in on that, just put it up on the text or the chat. Just say, in for Mervis. Something along those lines. Nobody's signed him?
Matt Mervis? No.
No, he's still a free agent.
The good ones usually sneak around early in the season.
Well, they have options. They keep their options open.
Yeah.
Are there professional baseball? Like he's going to end up in Mexico or the DR, right?
I mean, he could end up in an independent league if he wants, or the Savannah Bananas.
Ooh.
Got to be very personable. Is he very personable?
Well, I think it's all anti-Semitism, but
Uh-oh.
you don't want to get me started.
I'm out.
And
if you guys watch the roast of Kevin Hart?
Oh, we got a guy who can mash and rake. Yeah, he's Jewish. No, don't sign him. It's unbelievable.
So that's the second thing they talk about. No ERAs, no nothing.
Yeah, open your eyes.
You're woke.
Open your eyes. We can talk about the roast later if you want, because I want to have time with Chris Perkins. So let's do headlines real quick here with Solana. We didn't do headlines, did we?
Nope.
Brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
Tonight in the NBA, you have the Cavaliers and the Pistons at 8 o'clock. Detroit leading that series 2-1. The Cavs held home court in Game 3. That game's on NBC and Peacock. And then the Lakers in Oklahoma City, 10:30 p.m. The Thunder, of course, up 3-0. They can sweep LeBron and the Lakers. That game will be on Prime Video tonight.
Anybody going to bet it?
I'm betting LeBron overs because he has to do something crazy.
I don't know, man.
No, LeBron can't tap out. If we see him tap out tonight, you'll look at him differently.
22.5 is the over.
Over.
I
LeBron
don't think it's
triple-double.
I don't think it's tapping out. I just think it's like he'll go out there, he'll do what he does, but like he's not taking over a game and beating Oklahoma City by himself. Like he's not having a 50-burger tonight against that
LeBron
team.
triple doubles plus 1,100.
What about double-double? I think I got a little excited.
Double doubles plus 170.
I think I'll go more double-double. he's LeBron James. They're not going to win at all, but he's going to. It's something I yell at my kids when they play. Empty the tank. Don't leave an ounce of energy left in your body when this game is over. ETT. Empty the tank.
My son's friend up in Tampa, he is me. This dude is me. He gambles, man. I don't know where it's coming from. So we're at dinner after they graduate on Saturday, and he's part of our dinner party, and he's showing me on Kalshi. He's like, yeah, I bet you, because Kalshi, you can bet anything. And he's like, yeah, Kalshi. He's like, I bet Bronny James over 5 minutes played tonight. And so I'm like, oh, tell me about your thought process. You know, it's like blowout either way, maybe give him a minute and a half or so at the end of the first half. And then he needs, 3.5 minutes at the end of the game, blowout or whatever. I'm like, yeah, man, I like your style, kid. So Bronny ended up playing like 3.5 minutes that game.
4 minutes.
Was
exactly.
it 4 minutes? It wasn't
3.5
because they don't.
round up
Yeah,
to 4,
but
right?
so they gave him credit for 4 minutes. Yeah. So the kid DMs me because they were all going out that night. Lori and I were back at the hotel, and the kid DMs me and he goes, "I think I may call Gamblers Anonymous tomorrow." So I go, "That's a good idea." Wake up the next morning. I swear to God, it was the funniest damn video I've ever seen. Funniest damn video I've ever seen. I wake up the next morning. I see there's a DM from him. It's a video of him, DJ, some other people that just graduated University of Tampa at some club or bar. And he goes, change my mind, bottles for Bronny. And they're holding bottles up at the at the table. And he's like, change my mind, decided to buy bottles for Bronny. I go, that's my guy.
A great running mate for DJ, I see.
That's my guy. I go, I'm telling DJ because his kids telling me all about, they buy bottles, blah, blah, blah. I said, DJ, I don't even buy bottles. He goes, he'll call me sometimes and go, hey, do you know what it is today? I'll go, no, what is it? He goes, Bottle Tuesday. Like he just comes up with a night.
Oh, he's
bottles.
a trust fund baby.
He's doing something. He's a hustler.
Yeah.
He is a hustler.
You didn't get the invite, Hawk, to the club, the after party?
So he had said to me, what if we end up at Hard Rock at like 3 or 4 this morning? Would you come? I go, tell DJ to text me. I'll show up. I go, I may be there already.
Oh, you can't party with the 20-year-olds anymore.
I had my phone on Do Not Disturb at 11:30.
Come hit the streets.
But I see how that's playing out, which is DJ's friends think DJ has the best dad, like degenerate gambler.
Yep.
He'll buy us drinks all night, and DJ wants nothing to do with you out there with them.
We heard about it for 4 years, Solana.
They
yeah,
love
guys,
me,
I went
though.
up to Tampa. He left at like 8 and didn't even call me back. Yeah, he's partying. He's a grown man. He sit around with his dad and mom all night.
And I took Juliana was with us, and she's like, take a sip of this drink. It was a something Rita. She goes, take a sip. I took a sip. I swear to God, there was more tequila in it than I had in my entire college career. And I go, are you guys insane?
Yeah, the tequila Rita.
Yeah. I go, are you guys insane? And she knocked it down in like 3 minutes. I swear, I'm not kidding you. I would have been on the floor. I couldn't believe it.
They built a callus.
They did, man.
Well,
I built a callus. Aperol Spritz. Barely affected me. Well, I was pretty sleepy.
I'm about to say, how many Aperol spritzes can you knock
One
down?
Aperol Spritz.
That's not a callus.
I had like 8 Negronis at Whiskey Stars and Cigars because Georgie brought his boy D-Rock,
Big
And
black
this
dude
guy-
with the dreads.
the other big black dude.
Yeah, the big black dude that was with us at the corner. Yeah, he kept offering me drinks. I thought he was trying to knock me down. I'm like, no, bro.
Crowder
I don't
doesn't
need
like that
anything
when
else.
another big black dude shows up. He likes that. Title.
I like exclusivity.
Their goal, Hawk, was just to get us hammered. That's it. They were like, we're getting shots. They bought us Negronis. They were buying Crowder beers. Georgie was just trying to get us plastered by the time we had to go up on that stage.
I got Leroy. Oh, it was so funny. I order a beer and I look over and Leroy's leaning. He's the guy that gives the credit card before he orders. I think he thinks it's efficient. Like, give him the credit card, order, and they'll
Right, I'll be done with it.
And he's leaning with the credit card. I look over and I see him just holding the credit card out. And so I said, actually, let me get 2 IPAs on him right there with the card. And got him. They put it on the card. I got 2 beers out of Leroy.
Nice move.
Yeah.
The Marlins are off today, gentlemen. They're back at it tomorrow. They're on the road. They're in Minnesota. And Inter Miami, they did get 3 points over the weekend, a 4-2 victory in the land of Rob Pizzola. Your weather. Right now, it's 90 degrees. Tonight, the lows will drop into the mid-70s. It's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe. When the storms roll in, visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate.
Chris Perkins is going to join us in the next segment, so I got to talk about Tucker Dukes here, and they have a new burger of the month, and that's the name, and I've looked it up. Does anybody know how to pronounce that? It's an Aztecian.
I don't even speak good English.
Aztec mythology, Senor Zoltol, but I know I'm mispronouncing it. Has anyone seen this before? And I should have called John at Tucker Dukes, but I was just looking it up.
Sklotl.
No, I'm probably wrong, but I think it's Wotol. It's like a W.
It might
almost.
be. I don't think it's Zoltol. I think it's closer to like Woltol. What did you say? Wotol?
Wotol. Yeah.
Look that up while I talk about Tucker Dukes here, because they have the best burgers in Deerfield Beach. Tucker Dukes Lunchbox is in Deerfield Beach, probably the best burgers in South Florida. And it's not just award-winning burgers. It's a really creative menu, and they have super creative stuff. But they do a burger of the month. And the burger of the month for the month of May is the Senor
Xolot.
Xolot?
Xolot.
Xolot.
Xolot. No, I mean, you're hearing me. Xolot.
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 But why are you guys changing it? It's
Xolot.
Xolot. Xolot.
You're 100% certain on that pronunciation?
1 billion% certain.
What do
And
you
what
do
is
with
it?
your
It's-
tongue?
As Aztecian mythology?
Yeah, it's from Aztec mythology, a god, of fire and lightning.
Well, how am I going to believe you on the pronunciation if you thought it was a gold?
A god of twilight, fire, lightning, and twins, lord of monsters, misfortune, death, sickness, and deformities. Xolot.
Xolot.
Senor Xolot.
Xolot.
Isn't that what I said?
That's exactly what you said. Xolot.
Why are you turning it into lot? I don't understand. Xolot.
Xolot. Xolot.
Senor Shalom.
Shalom.
Oh, shalom to you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
No, Senor Sholot. Did I get it?
You got it.
Well, see if it makes sense here with what you just read. The May burger of the month is the Senor Sholot. It's an 8-ounce all-beef patty, pepper jack cheese, street corn elote spread, guacamole smash, pico de gallo, cowboy candy, which is candied jalapenos, chipotle honey aioli, tortilla chips on a toasted onion bun. Does that make sense for Senor Sholot?
I think it makes sense.
It
Is it like
sounds
shallots?
delicious.
Like shallots?
No,
Shallots.
nothing to do with shallots.
Nothing to do with shallots? So there's no shallots on the burger because there's not. I just read what's in it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Xolot.
Sholot.
Xolot.
Sholot.
Xolot.
Xolot.
Shalot. Sholot.
Xolot.
Well, you can
my
get
brother.
the Senor Sholot at Tucker Duke's all month long. Besides burgers, Tucker Duke's, on the menu, Smoky's smoked fish dip, which is smoked mahi-mahi fish dip served with house-made tortilla chips. You could try the bacon-wrapped Korean barbecue ribs. They have cheesesteak fries, portobello fries. They've got salads, chicken sandwiches, steak sandwiches. They've got it all. Follow Tucker Dukes on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You will see all the incredible food that they make. Tucker Duke's Lunchbox. It's in Deerfield Beach. It's worth a visit. And again, for the month of May, you can get the Senor Xolot. That is their May burger of the month. If you look at it online, you'll see a good picture of it and probably a better idea than what I've tried to communicate to you within the last 3 minutes or so here.
Xolot.
Tucker Duke's Lunchbox, Xolot. Tucker Duke's Lunchbox. They're in Deerfield Beach. Again, worth a visit. They're at 1101 South Powerline Road in Deerfield Beach, which is the southwest corner of Powerline and 10th. And you could check out the website as well, tuckerdukesburgers.com. That's tuckerdukesburgers.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I love Zephyr Hills.
There is no Zephyr Hills. It's Zephyr Hills. We've been over this. All right, Chris Perkins is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. He's a columnist with the Sun Sentinel, writing about the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins had their rookie minicamp this past weekend, and we haven't talked about it today. We've been talking about basketball for whatever reason all day long. But your Sun Sentinel column Friday, Perk, was titled "Dolphins' New Era is Obvious" on day one of rookie minicamp. So explain to us what you observed to write that kind of headline.
Well, you know what? First of all, it starts with the lunacy being over, because on Friday, Tyreek Hill was in court, and this was the lawsuit for the plus-size model / social media influencer who sued him and accused him of breaking her leg while doing football drills in Tyreek's backyard. That stuff is over. Okay, that stuff is over, and we don't have to worry about that kind of mess anymore, because John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley had their guys on the field, on time, in order, going through drills. And look, here's what I also said in that column is that what we saw out there on the field on May 8th or whatever the date Friday was, it doesn't matter how Caleb Douglas looked running pass patterns or how Caden Proctor looked going through drills. That's not going to matter on October 3rd or on December 2nd when you're well into the regular season. What's going to matter is the standard that you hold those guys up to, and that's what had to start on Friday, day one of rookie minicamp. So you're not dealing with foolishness like Tyreek. You're dealing with grown folk problems, right? With lining up and setting a standard and letting these guys know this is how we're going to operate from here on through the rest of the season, your entire time that's here. So that's what was obvious to me. This is a new way of doing business.
And Perk, to that point with Hafley, can you really see a difference, like in the approach? You're talking about, hell, we all walk through plays and then we jog through plays, then we run through plays. Like every coach, do you see a different approach? Because they seem like more old school type guys, but from McDaniel to Hafley, can you already see it even in the Underwear Olympics?
What I saw, Shannon, was, and I put this in the column also, these dudes were running sprints after practice. We didn't always see that under Mike McDaniel. So that's already a change. It doesn't mean that this team is going to be better. It is, like you say, it's more of an old school point of view. I like the way that Sully and Half talk. I like the conviction in their voice, the look in their eye. Look, and I'll be honest with you about this. There was no difference in the way the rookies lined up this year and the way they lined up last year on day one of rookie minicamp. But we will see throughout the season. I think those guys thought it was okay to show up late last year. They're going to know this year that's not okay, because the vets show up on time and they set the example. That wasn't always the case in previous years. So I think those are the types of things that I'm looking for to be different. And I did see, the sprints are all that I really saw. But I see, from hearing these guys and from what we'll see in the future, I think the differences will become more and more apparent.
Perk, away from the rookies really quickly, Breece Hall on Friday signed a pretty lucrative deal with the New York Jets. He's the third highest paid running back in terms of average annual salary. What does that mean for the Dolphins and this situation with Devon Achane?
I'm not sure the money means anything. I think that really you were probably going to give Achane a 3-year deal that's kind of closer to a 2-year deal, because as I keep saying, Devon Achane at his heart is a 191-pound running back who relies on speed and shiftiness. And I don't know that you're going to have a 6 or 7 year shelf life at the top of the pile here if you're Devon Achane. If I'm the Dolphins, I'm thinking probably year 5, year 6 is the peak of what I'm going to see from Devon Achane. And after that, it probably does fall off a little bit. Let's be honest. This is the history of 191-pound shifty running backs, that you're not going to have that speed forever. So, I don't think this is going to get the Breece Hall deal is not going to get Devon any more money. It's not going to get him any more years. I don't think that it really changes his situation. His situation is his situation. And for the Dolphins, 191 pounds, you've got to develop the other guys, Jalen Wright and Ollie Gordon and whoever else to take some pressure off of Achane. That's how you extend them. But if you're giving this guy 25 touches a game, I probably 3 years at the max at the top of the heap.
And Perk, back to the puppies, because I know in 2005 when they drafted a linebacker out of Florida, I jumped off the page to you. First rookie minicamp. You just knew I could play ball. Does anybody give you the Crowder effect already, where you're watching? You can watch him and be like, okay. And I brought up with Omar Kelly last week.
Ronnie Brown the entire time. He didn't even know you were out there.
I was giving black practice. but on the side too, Perk, we joked about Jason Allen, where Jason Allen tricked us through OTAs.
I heard that.
Yeah, he tricked us through OTAs and the pads got on, and we were like, "What is that? That's your twin brother?" Has anybody jumped out to you like, "Damn, this is going to be a good project"?
Not yet. And to be honest, we only saw about 30 minutes on Friday, so that's all we've seen of them. I remember Tater Kohu stuck out to me very early. I don't know if he stuck out to me day one, but he's somebody who did stick out to me really early. I'm trying to think, and since Cater, I'm not sure that any rookie really stuck out to me early. Cam Smith actually did pretty good in OTAs and training camp. He did stick out for being disruptive. Of course, that didn't last for very long. But I think Cater is the guy who really of the last few years stands out to me. Now, I mean, look, I'll say this now. Caden Proctor looked good just going through drills. He looked slim. He looked agile. He looked light on his feet. So for whatever that's worth, he looked really good. But, for the rest of the guys, nobody. Caleb Douglas, nice long arm kid, very thin. I mean, there were physical things, but nobody stood out to me like, all right, he's baller, day one baller.
What about and again, I don't know what a team or a coach needs to accomplish in the rookie minicamp in May, or the Underwear Olympics, as Crowder calls it. But in your opinion, did the Dolphins and Jeff Hafley accomplish whatever they needed to accomplish?
I guess so. Again, to me, you're implementing a standard that's going to have to be met all through September, October, November. And so from that standpoint, I guess they did. You were really basically showing these guys how to line up and how to be a Miami Dolphin, how to be an NFL player. And you're very early in the process. So I don't know if you can do a whole lot of day-by-day judgment. We'll know more about day one in 2 months, if that makes any sense. It's just hard to know right now. But I did like what I saw out there. The players were crisp. There wasn't a whole bunch of, what our coaches used to call playing grab ass, where dudes aren't paying attention. I mean, the whole practice looked crisp and efficient, like an NFL practice should. So for whatever that's worth.
That was my nickname, grab ass.
As long as you didn't get arrested for it, that's good, right?
Hey, Perk, we were laughing about this Friday, Crowder and I. What the hell's going on with these rookie numbers, man? A linebacker wearing number 10. You've got Chris Johnson going with number 3. You've got Kyle Lewis wearing 19. What are we doing, man? What happened to the NFL we loved?
I know. No, this. I'm not a big number guy, but you better ball. If you're like if you're anybody who's like number 19 or 49 or some oddball 37 or some oddball number, man, you better ball, because you're gonna look stupid if you get cut wearing that number. That's going to be your legacy. Daddy, what number were you, kid? I was 37. Daddy, why'd you pick 37? Right? No wonder you didn't make it, right? I mean, so you better ball if you pick one of those oddball numbers, Solana. I'm not down with that. I'm more traditional. Defensive tackle is 72. Running backs are 32 or 34. Wide receivers are 88. Quarterbacks are 12 and 14. I'm not down with all these kids picking these oddball numbers.
Hey, Perk, I'm gonna call Jeremiah Bell and tell him you hitting on 37. He gonna want to see you.
Oh yeah, no. I don't mess with Jeremiah now. He's a grown ass man. Yeah,
Those were the good old days.
I'll make an exception.
What's next?
For
What's next
Jeremiah.
on the Dolphins calendar, Perk?
We got some calls. Some meetings with coordinators tomorrow and Wednesday. Assistant coaches actually, and offensive, defensive, and special teams coaches tomorrow and Wednesday. And then I think next Monday, or next Tuesday, maybe OTAs start. So if I'm not mistaken, phase 3, they're allowed to get out on the field and do 11 on 11 drills. No contact, obviously, but I think that's what phase 3 of the OTAs is, offense versus defense, 11 on 11. So we're moving, man. We're going to, the vets are going to be out there, so we'll get a better idea of what they've got.
And Perk, what's the rules to Hawk's point? Like, what's the who's here now, and then when does it get into the vets? I heard it was like guys under 4 years are here now, and rookies, and then how does that move when they start bringing in the OGs?
They're coming in next week, or maybe at the end of this week, but I think next week. But yeah, this is rookies, undrafted free agents who are also rookies, camp invitees. I don't think you can have more than like maybe 4 games of experience when you're out there. So there were some holdovers, some training camp guys, Alex Huntley, the defensive lineman, Romello Brinson, the wide receiver, some guys that were here last year for parts of the year or a good part of the year. But I think you can't have more than 4 games of experience. And so, Quinn, you on the active roster, I think it's the active roster. So Quinn Ewers was not eligible to be here. He was on the roster all year and played in at least 3 games, maybe 4 more. But so Quinn, if that gives you any idea of who can be here and who can't.
It's ramping back up. Follow Chris Perkins on social media. Read his work in the Sun Sentinel app, sunsentinel.com. Thank you, Perk.
All right, guys. We'll talk again.
There you go, Chris Perkins. We've got the 4 o'clock hour coming up. I want to tell you about my good friends and the amazing award-winning team at Doral Kia in Miami. Wherever there's a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Kia. Take advantage of a Pricito de Mayo all month long. Right now on popular Kia models like a new 26 Kia Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, K5 Soul, and more. Mitchell, the Kia boss, I call him the king of Kias. He will take great care of you, just like he took great care of the Hochmans. We bought our son a Kia K4 at Doral Kia. So don't wait. Hurry to Doral Kia today because you don't want to miss your chance to save on a new Kia. And I'm telling you, it's so easy and pleasurable down there with easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money because you always pay less with your Pricito de Mayo at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or start shopping for that Pricito de Mayo right now at DoralKia.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Are you wearing khakis right now, Joe?
Got what you
Four p.m. and we back on the clock, so don't get cutesy. Dow lead the station unlocked. We got the sports talk and the drama to make sure the T-clock. WQAM is the Avengers with no weak spot. For Joe Rose, Woody Bo, Omar and more, Tobin and Leroy giving gooses galore. Yeah, for 2 to 6 is reserved for 3 legends. The captains of America, not no Chris Evans. For Spritz to McRibs and calling out game scores. Hochman, Crowder, Solana. Get ready for some more.
All right, here we go. 4 o'clock hour. We start with the stock market report that's sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Big old nothing burger on Wall Street today. Dow Jones up 95 points. That's 0.19%. S&P 500 up 13 points. That's 0.19%. And the NASDAQ up 27 points. That's 0.10%. Well, we'll take a 0.1.9%, not a 1.9, a 0.19% increase over a 0.19% decrease any day of the week.
We hit him on Friday, and Solana didn't even know what it meant. I'm over there smiling, looking at my phone. He's shrugging his shoulders. I was like, oh, goodness.
Let's do headlines to start out the 4 o'clock hour, since we've run a little bit late yapping every hour, and we'll get some actual sports headlines here from Solana, brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com.
Got some Dolphins news. They have signed fullback DJ Herman, according to David Gronin's. I believe undrafted free agent.
I saw Jawan Jennings got signed over the weekend by somebody. Remember, he was one of the receivers in that CBS article that was, are the Dolphins going to go look for a veteran wide receiver?
Yeah, 1-year deal, $13 million.
Who'd he go to?
Who?
The Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to spend $13 million on a receiver. No, they're just not for a year. I don't think.
They shouldn't.
Well, again, you if you've got money to spend, you've got to spend it.
Yes.
And you have to we're all in agreement. You have to bolster the receiving ranks, don't you?
Can Caleb Douglas play? They got Tutu, they got Malik. Like, I'm with you. There's no big name, nobody's scared of our receiving core, but you can allocate some more money to that defensive secondary too, Hawk.
Well, is that what you would do? I mean, obviously, they've got limited money, right? If they had limitless money, it'd be a different story. They have limited money. So I would say the receiving core is probably one of the weakest in the league. But maybe the secondary is as well. But I don't know. They spent a first-round draft pick, though, on a cornerback, right? Isn't Chris Johnson first-round draft pick?
27.
So, I mean, I don't know. The money's got to be spent somewhere. It wouldn't bother me if it was spent on a receiver.
Yeah. No, the evaluation of Malik Willis, which we talked about, where how can you really see what he has if he has a bunch of 2s and 3s and he has no top dog? I'm with you, but listen, Chris Johnson, I hope he's Nnamdi Asomugha, but we were cheering for Jack Jones last year, Hawk.
Who?
Jack Jones. Like, that's crazy to me that he was our dog in the secondary. It's wild.
We thought our dog was a duck. Our duck happened to be a duck.
Those are fun times, though, man.
Storm Duck's still on the team, though, isn't he?
Yes.
I'm riding with Storm.
Cool name.
Riding the storm out.
Sam Madison's not a cool name, but he was very dominant.
But if you were picking a cornerback, and I said you could have Sam or you could have Storm, just based on name, you go Storm.
I gotta watch the film, Hawk. I gotta watch the film.
But there's no film. You can have one cornerback. It's like roommate finder. You're just looking at the names. Sam or Storm.
Storm sounds a little more aggressive. I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
Crowder, maybe your LeBron overs bets tonight isn't a bad play. LeBron James in elimination games. Here are his averages. 33 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 10.7 assists per game.
The rebounds scare me for the triple-double, but I'm going to bet a double-double. Points and assists, because they're going to start, he gets assists anyway. Now he's old and he tries to let other people create. But, yeah, I think LeBron's going to try his best to will them to a victory.
I think I'm just going to bet his over on points. I think you both have talked me into it.
He didn't hit
buy it up, too. It's at 22.5 at minus 120. What if I take it to 23.5 at even money?
Well, let me know what you do, because I like that one.
I'm putting it in right now. Double unit. Over 23.5 LeBron.
I'm with you.
You guys see Draymond Green whining about the entire Wemby non-suspension thing? Like he's
but
legitimately
I understand
outraged.
him being pissed about it. But he's got a rap sheet that's a mile long.
Yeah.
And he kicks people in the penis. In elbows.
That's not a
different than
rejoin by the
penis
6 o'clock hour, Jimmy. You're not doing it. Hochman and Crowder. And he kicks people in the penis.
Like, that's different than an elbow. That's just crazy.
I'm a little upset at the Miami Heat social media account. 10 minutes ago, they posted photos of Bam Adebayo and Tom Brady shaking hands. I don't know where these pictures were taken. My guess is at a WNBA game, because it looks like they're in an NBA arena or an arena, and it looks like they're like courtside together and they're shaking hands. And I get it, man. You're not in the playoffs. You need a little content. I get it. I'm not hating, but I don't know, like with Tom Brady, really? There are certain athletes who should be off limits for a Miami sports account. Tom Brady might be one of them.
He's Tom Brady, though. He's the greatest of all time.
Right. He's Tom Brady, the guy who terrorized Dolphins fans for 3 decades. Let's not show Bam Adebayo shaking hands with Tom Brady. Anybody else, I'm game.
You done got petty. We got bumped in the playoffs.
I wonder if that's at the Kevin Hart roast, because it was at the arena in L.A. yesterday, and Tom Brady was there.
Oh, the premiere of it? The live show?
The roast was live at the, it was either Crypto or wherever the Clippers play, was where one of the two teams plays.
It's Key Arena, right?
Oh, Key Arena?
Yeah, I don't know if that's where the Clippers or the Kia Center. I don't know. No, Kia Center's in Orlando.
It was because Draymond Green was on the dais and he kept getting booed.
No, it was at the Kia Forum.
Kia Forum.
Or at the Forum.
Oh, so that's the old Lakers arena. I didn't realize that's still standing.
Me neither. But yeah, it's called the Kia Forum. I remember Kia was one of the sponsors.
But Solana, you can't put your fandom to the side of Miami sports to respect greatness.
I loved Brady with Tampa. I thought he was so much fun to watch.
No,
he wasn't fun to watch in New England because he was whooping our ass hard, but he
correct.
was fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just think there's I get it. Dude's a legend, one of the greatest athletes ever, maybe the greatest football player ever. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just telling you, as a Miami sports fan, I don't know, we're good. We can post pictures of Bam and Asia Wilson all we want. We can post pictures of just Bam Adebayo courtside supporting Asia Wilson or wherever at the roast. With Tom Brady? I mean, come on. What are we doing?
It doesn't bother me.
Can he take a picture with Patrick Ewing?
Yes.
But he's a Knick.
He's a Knick.
But Patrick Ewing never won an NBA title.
Did you know where I was going with that, by the way? Did you get nervous when I started saying he's a Knick?
I love the Knicks.
Because I got nervous saying it, and I knew what I wanted to say.
My hand was near the dump button.
Got to do a lot more than just dump button there, Jimmy. Start putting in your resume, all of us.
I literally was thinking to myself, don't get this wrong.
Well, the full name of the New York Knicks also scares me.
Mm.
The Knickerbockers.
Right.
Huge fans. All my friends.
I get flummoxed by the star of Terminator.
You don't like Arnold?
Love Arnold. Every now and then a segment just is so way too close to the danger zone.
Man, when that ball comes off the backboard for a good old fashioned alley-oop. Solana, I think that's childish.
That's fine. I mean, you can think it's childish all you want. That's because you're not a fan. Like, you wear hats from any team. You dap up anybody. Everybody's your bro. What's up, big bro? Like, you have no loyalties to anything. To
But
absolutely
loyalty
anything.
to what? To hate a human being for being good at their job?
Being the greatest, perhaps, at their job ever.
And that's fine. Again, I'm not taking anything away from Tom Brady's accomplishments or accolades. Dude's a
So
GOAT. That's
so
fine.
Can he take a picture with Aaron Rodgers? Because he was winning championships. Ben Roethlisberger's
No, it's because it was the Patriots,
It's
which
the
I
Patriots.
understand. I understand. Now, if he was still with the Patriots, I might be annoyed. I'm not certain. But the fact that he played a couple seasons with Tampa and now he's with the Raiders, like, yeah, I'm over.
But he's a New England Patriot. Like, he'll
I
always
get
be
it.
a New
I
England
get it.
Patriot.
Who else do you not want Bam to take pictures with?
But that's the thing. Like, I'm a Hurricane. I do a radio show with a Gator. I got Notre Dame friends.
Mm-hmm. I got Florida State. Mike Cunyo. He's a Seminole.
Nah, nobody really likes him.
Yeah. And he just learned how to read last year.
Like, if Bam was next to Paul Pierce.
Well, that would annoy me because Paul Pierce dogs the heat whenever he has the opportunity to. Anytime, even when it makes no sense. And by the way, Paul Pierce makes no sense every time he's talking.
He's crazy.
But he specifically dogs the heat. He won't give the heat a modicum of credit for anything. So that would annoy me.
In current life, too, Hawk. That's what you're talking about. Current life, grown man, retired life. He's still bad mouths the heat.
Yes.
What about Kevin Garnett? Can he take a
Right.
picture with Kevin Garnett?
From Uncut Gems.
No, from the Boston Celtics.
And also Uncut Gems.
He was in the movie, yes, playing himself.
Yeah, I mean, KG probably wouldn't bother me as much as Tom
Cornbread
Brady.
Maxwell.
I sent
Bird?
that video. You guys saw that video I sent you guys of Cornbread Maxwell. It was like one of those on this days.
Yeah.
Cornbread attacking a fan.
Well,
Just
Cornbread
going
didn't
after
put
a
up
fan.
with the nonsense.
No, Hawk explained this to me years ago when we started having Cornbread on. Hawk had it. He was like, bro, go watch some of the Cornbread was this laugh, giggle, tell joke stuff. He didn't play like that. He was a dog.
not down with the nonsense.
Yeah, he wasn't with no foolishness.
It was on May 1st, 1981. Boston's Cedric Maxwell goes into the stands to confront a fan during Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals in Philadelphia, but he did more than confront a fan. He dove on the fan. And somebody commented, I don't know this to be sure, but somebody commented like he was only suspended one game. Like, if somebody did that now, they dove into the crowd and just jumped on a fan, what? They'd be suspended for a season?
Yeah.
Depends what transpired.
It doesn't happen. The Malice at the Palace was the last time somebody hit a fan.
Well, that was out of control.
Yeah,
That was crazy. Yeah, that's not. I'm all into the fight and stuff, but that's unacceptable.
I told you guys my favorite Cornbread Maxwell story when the Heat were playing the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals of 2023, the year they go to the NBA Finals. Cornbread Maxwell, during halftime, because I was sitting next to the Celtics broadcast booth, he had gone and gotten himself Mojo Donuts, like a box of Mojo Donuts. And it's halftime, and he's walking back to the broadcast booth. And some kid, I'm right next to Cornbread. I just said what's up to him. Some kid yells out, "Oh my God, it's Shaquille O'Neal!" But it was like some little kid. Like he genuinely thought he was seeing Shaquille O'Neal.
Just saw a gigantic, tall black man.
Said turns around and goes, "Boy, I ain't no Shaq. Shut up." And just keeps walking.
I think everybody was justified in that situation.
Speaking of donuts, Mojo Donuts, you sent us a text this morning. You were out with your fiance. It was like 10 a.m. and there was a Churro Mania, like food truck almost.
Yeah, food truck.
And you said at 10 a.m. too early for churros, but I said no. I think it's a perfect time.
Yeah.
Did you
y'all
get
like
them?
Y'all like to put time on food, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, churros are desserts.
But it's like a donut. You have a donut in the morning.
Right. That's why I was wondering if I can have a donut, like a jelly-filled donut at 8 in the morning.
Well,
why
no
can't I
one
have
would want a jelly-filled donut. That's the worst type of donut.
I just meant in general.
No, I'm saying, but who would want a jelly-filled? Why would you use that as the example? Nobody likes a jelly-filled donut.
Well, but a Boston cream, is that jelly? Like the cream in the Boston cream is delicious. Custard.
Right.
Okay. You can custard in the morning.
Of course.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Oh, we're not crazy people.
But why is everything timed? Yo, I can't eat Alfredo at lunch. I can't eat a steak for breakfast. Y'all like the time
I
food.
like see, and because someone just put on the thing, so Hawk, you won't have breakfast for dinner. No, I love breakfast for dinner. In fact, I love a bowl of cereal for dinner. I like a bowl of Raisin Bran for dinner.
So you can breakfast at dinner, and I can't dinner at lunch.
Yes, correct.
That's ridiculous.
To have fettuccine Alfredo or hibachi at lunch is just it's not good.
They're closer
No good.
together. Lunch and dinner is closer together than breakfast and dinner.
I just don't like the thought of eating that much food for lunch.
It's too heavy.
Yeah. You want
Heavy in your
Alfredo
stomach?
sauce sitting in your stomach all day long. And it probably is healthier. I know like in Spain, don't they eat a big meal kind of midday rather than late? It makes sense. But it's just who we are, Americans. Our dinner is our big meal. So take it easy on the lunch, Tubby.
Back in the day, it was breakfast before you go out and do manual labor. Then you're done and you eat dinner. And then supper later on is leftover dinner, a little something just to put on your stomach.
You're supposed to have a little, like something to stick to your bones in the morning.
Yeah.
Before you
grits.
go out for a hard day's work.
I love me a grit. Goodness gracious. I ate grits this weekend.
Did you?
Yep. Shrimp and grits at the Omni Hotel.
At the Omni in Atlanta.
It was Lauderdale, but
You don't like jelly-filled donuts, huh, Hawk?
I do not.
nah, I'm not a fan.
That shocks
Me
me.
neither.
You seem like a jelly guy.
No. I like Uncrustables with the strawberry jam. Those are the best food item ever created. I did I text you guys this? I had dinner with, after the graduation, DJ and roommates and parents, and I did a 20-minute bit on Uncrustables. They must think that I am Chris Broussard talking about someone who's not intelligent. They didn't know what hit them because I don't know if they know I'm a radio guy. They certainly don't know I have bits. I did my entire Uncrustables bit.
You pulled it out on them.
Oh, I thought it was brilliant. I was just met with silence and quizzical looks, and didn't deter me though.
Those are the best bits.
Stick with it, man.
You tighten them up. Nobody had an answer.
I forget sometimes that like I'm not always doing the show. Like I'll be out with my fiance's friends and I'll just get right into a bit and they don't think any they don't understand it. They don't understand what I'm doing. They don't think it's funny. But bag of bits, baby. Let's go.
Bag of bits.
All right, guys. The Cavs and the Pistons play tonight. Just to round out your headlines, 8 p.m. Detroit leads the series 2-1. It's in Cleveland. Game's on NBC and Peacock. The Lakers play Oklahoma City at 10:30. The Thunder lead that series 3-0.
So
nothing.
did you get the churros?
I didn't. They were closed.
Oh.
I was really going to go up there, order like 2 or 3 of them just to send you a video of
Sure.
me eating churros at 9:58 in the morning.
Right.
Nothing better, too, than walking around. I had to make a little pit stop at Walmart, 10 a.m. Bag of churros, walking around Walmart. Nothing better.
And I don't, and this is judging people, but the people who walk around while pushing a cart at a store eating something,
Yeah.
man, I just find it's, it's my mother coming out of me there, but I do judge those people. Like,
why?
you can't shop without eating something.
They all of them look the same. You can't take off these 40 minutes. You got to eat for 40 minutes walking around buying water.
I don't like being that judgmental, but
Judge Monday.
yeah. I don't like being Judge Monday on this, but
First of all, Crowder, you're not exactly Usain Bolt with a shopping cart. and
I'd like to make that a new segment, though, Judge Monday. Where on Mondays, I judge other humans.
Yeah.
And I have no business judging other humans. I have multiple issues, but I want to be Judge Monday.
But I don't understand what you're doing, and I'm down for the judging segment, but I don't understand what you're doing with the person who opens up. Let me give you an example. You walk into Publix, and what's one thing people do when they walk into a supermarket? They overspend because they're hungry and they're just buying things that they don't necessarily need. But if you just snack on something while you're pushing the cart, I do it with popcorn chicken. Walk into Publix, go to the back. I get the little box of popcorn chicken. Just pop them right into my mouth.
That's called stealing.
Not if you buy it at the end.
You haven't
You get
paid
the
for it. You
box?
haven't paid for it.
Or the cup.
I get the cup, the little the cup.
So just can I drink some orange juice walking around that I haven't paid for yet?
Yeah.
But in other
That's
words,
ridiculous.
why do you have to be eating when you're performing a function?
Because if I'm
Put up the
sitting on my
picture of
couch,
him in middle school.
if I'm sitting on my couch watching something,
Question answered.
A lot of people think those are drumsticks. Those are churros.
I don't understand. If I'm sitting at my house watching TV, I'll munch on something. If I'm in the car on a long drive, maybe I'll munch on something. If I'm walking around a theme park, I'll munch on something.
Well, theme park, I understand.
At any point in my life, it's acceptable for me to just snack on something. But inside the supermarket where there's food, where I'm shopping for food, it's unacceptable for me to munch on something while I'm pushing the shopping cart. Why?
I don't know. But that's the way I judge people.
Yeah.
I do it too.
We know.
I will assume you look kind of like Solana in middle school.
I didn't.
Bigger.
No, skinnier.
Yeah.
Lie.
Jimmy's got the bichel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy's got the bichel.
You haven't seen my volleyball pictures?
Where are you keeping it? Under your shirt?
He keeps a volleyball with him.
I'm just teasing, Jimmy. It happens to be Judge Monday, and I'm fully in character.
I'll tell you, I judge people who go to the beach like Jimmy did over the weekend and wear a shirt.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, but you don't want to see me with my shirt off. I'm doing it for you more than me. Trust me.
But then go to the mall.
Well, someone wanted to go to the beach. I didn't. But now I'm being a nice guy by keeping my shirt on so you don't have to witness it.
It was hot as hell.
Cut it loose.
Well, if it's hot as hell, you take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off.
No, but this is a shirt I can wear in the heat.
Right, but regardless, if you can or can't, it's still going to be hotter with a shirt on than off.
Jimmy, you wear a starter jacket if you want to at the beach. What are you talking about?
Well, you could, but you could.
You can. You said it's a shirt I can wear at the beach. You wear whatever you want at the beach.
No, like we get you, Jimmy. You're wearing it to protect your body from the sun, but also I'm the whitest person in the world. I don't wear a shirt at the beach. I just put on sunblock like everybody else.
I put sunblock on my face.
Yeah.
Jimmy, pull out the breast, Jimmy. You're at the beach. You know what I don't like? Oh, I don't know. What we call this, Truth Mondays?
No, it's Judge Monday.
Judge Monday. I judge people that if I'm playing catch with my kid, your kid comes and jumps in the catch game. I don't know this little bastard. Call him back to you. I don't want to play catch with two kids. I'm playing catch with my kid that I birthed. Yes, get your damn kid away from me. You do that?
Did my brain stop working for a second, or did he cut out?
He did not. I think your brain stopped working.
I didn't hear what you said. Oh, I'll tell you what I do. If I see like a couple of kids playing catch or a father and son playing catch, I'm steal the ball guy.
Oh my God.
I would drop kick you in the back.
I am watch them. I get like how it's going. So I know, what the frequency is. And then you don't expect it. Jump in front, steal the ball guy.
You're like, you turn into Darrell Revis?
Yes. I am Revis Island if you're having a casual catch on the beach, at the park. Because I'm take a picture of any group guy.
Yeah.
I'm also jump in, steal the ball guy.
Intercept me and my son's catch game.
Yeah, people love it. They love that.
And when the little kid does run up and stand with his hands up, he doesn't know he's playing defense the whole time. I'm never throwing him the ball. I'm a point and let Chaz go either way. Chaz is always the receiver.
I'm also, if I see father-son playing catch and I'm coming up behind, I'm knock the ball out of your hand while you're throwing guy.
You're a strip sack guy?
Yeah. Hey, keep your head on a swivel.
You're just a terrorist, dude.
I know you had the police called on you before.
They turn around, I go, Judge Monday. And then I move on.
Oh, that's crazy. Now we're judging Monday. We were at Pier 66, the hotel in Fort Lauderdale. You can buy floats for your kids. And if your kid gets out the float, other kids just think they don't know the float belongs. They just see a float and they get on it.
Right.
I'll go snatch a float from a baby so fast. Hey, that's mine. That's mine. Come in.
So
Chaz,
you mean you rented it for the day?
No. You have to purchase it. It's
really?
yours. And then the other kid. So then Chaz, a 5-year-old doesn't care. He'll just get out the float and walk away. So then I got my eye on this $40 float. So then some little boy runs up and tries to get in the float. No, Jack. Hey, that's my float. Bring it over here. And I make the kid bring me my float.
That's fair though.
Yeah. No.
But I do it very nicely. Hey, when you're done with that float, just so you know that's mine. So just make sure it comes over here.
When you're done with it. No, I paid $40. That was $43. That's my $43. That's my float. Bring it right here because you just stole it, and I'm going to call security on you, little Jacob.
What about when you go to the beach with like a group of people, maybe family, maybe some friends? You take beach chairs. Other people don't. And then they're trying to sneak onto your beach chair when you go into the water. When you come back, now they're just there on the beach chair. And I don't know, like I don't want to have to tell them to get out of the beach chair, but hey, you didn't bring a beach chair. Like
right.
sit your ass on the towel, dude.
And you know them?
Yeah, like they're a friend or family. Hey, you didn't bring that beach chair. I brought the beach chair. I don't want your sweaty ass on my beach chair.
Leroy Horde says about the grocery store eaters. I want to punch those people in the face. It's a supermarket, not a restaurant.
100% Leroy.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. There's literally areas around the supermarket for you to sit down and eat.
Where?
At every single supermarket now.
Well, that's a
there's an
restaurant.
area for
that's
you.
the restaurant
Whole
portion
Foods,
of
the
it.
front of Whole Foods, yes.
But,
there's no
but you buy it
seating
first.
areas at
You
Publix.
buy it. You own the food at that point. By the time you sit down to eat it, you own it.
as long as I pay for the food that I've consumed, there is literally nothing illegal about me eating.
Well, then
something
that's like
inside
saying
Publix.
shoplifting's
100%
okay,
Solana.
as if I pay it back
100%.
at
it's
some
not.
point.
I'm not
If you-
leaving Publix without paying for the item that I ate. Shoplifters literally leave the store without paying for the
Yeah,
item.
but you're saying if I pay it at some point, doesn't matter.
At
pay
some
whenever.
point before I leave. Before I
Just
leave.
grab some juice, walk out, come back next week, and give them a couple bucks. They'll be fine.
There's nothing better than popping open a little bag of grapes as I'm just walking through, a little healthy snack while I'm getting my
First
steps
of all, you
in
haven't
around
even
Publix.
rinsed the grapes.
Oh yeah.
Nah, that's BS. You don't have to
You
do
don't
that.
rinse the grapes?
You don't
I don't
wash your
rinse-
fruit off?
I don't wash any fruit. For
Oh
what?
my
It's
God.
That's why you
fine.
always sick.
Look at you. I mean, now it all makes sense. That's why you fell off that ladder.
It is a pesticide, baby.
All right, we got to wrap it up. We're going way too late. This is a good walkthrough for Judge Monday.
This is good.
I like
This is
it.
good. Yeah.
Good bit.
Me too.
Well, Me Too will be, that's a different segment.
Jimmy, just blink twice.
But it's,
Don't let-
it's yeah,
don't
it's
let
going to
them
get,
bully
it's
you.
going to
Just
get
blink
deep.
twice.
Our Me Too segment's going to be deep.
Text me, Jimmy.
Your weather. It's 89 degrees right now in South Florida. Tonight, the lows will be in the 70s. This weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and
How about
Contracting.
this?
Storm
This
season
is such
coming.
a great text on the text machine. This guy is so right. He goes, I get overly annoyed by people who struggle to use an ATM. Every time they use it, it's like the first time ever. They should have certification that you have to pass before you're allowed to use an ATM. That guy's so right. I don't understand. There's literally like 5 maneuvers at an ATM. I'm always behind someone. Cancel. Brr. I hear sounds I've never heard at an ATM. Brr. What? Brr. Hey, move it along.
They don't listen. They can't read. They don't read
check your
instructions.
balance.
Oh,
If you
I
have to
hate
check
that.
your balance, trust me, you don't need to be taking cash out.
Balance inquiry. Get your ass from in front of me. Balance inquiry.
Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right. I don't know what we're going to do next, but it will not top that. Cheetah Pompano is a great spot to watch a game. They got 4 stages of entertainment if you want to watch the ladies. I mean, the most beautiful ladies in South Florida. And you know Cheetah Pompano has the amazing complimentary gourmet lunch till 3 p.m. every day and happy hour specials till 6. This Saturday night, the best in female MMA. It's Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano on Netflix. But you can watch the fights live at Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach. Perfect spot. By the way, Cheetah Palm Beach is celebrating their 25th anniversary with a massive 2-day event, Wednesday, May 20th and Thursday, May 21st. Just stay tuned for details on both days. Suffice it to say, you're going to want to be at Cheetah Palm Beach next week on the 20th and the 21st for the 25th anniversary party. All right. And don't forget, if you're planning a bachelor party, there's no better place than Cheetah Pompano or Cheetah Palm Beach. Every day is a great day at Cheetah Pompano Beach. Make sure you visit Cheetah Palm Beach as well. Get all the details at cheetahsofl.com.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
I'd like to officially go on record. I am wearing underwear today.
I think it's Sabrina Carpenter's birthday, isn't it? I see that on the show sheet.
It is.
She is 27. Cam Newton is 37 today.
Hey, got to text
And
him.
Brad Marchand is 38 today. He,
Rat King.
in a season and a half, is one of the most beloved South Florida athletes, right?
No.
You don't think, Brad Marchand? I think so.
Yeah. Not like greatest.
Not on the Mount Rushmore, but he's a beloved South Florida. He doesn't feel like a mercenary rental. He feels like he's ours.
Fan favorite, right? Like fan favorite guys.
And delivered. Like sometimes you have a fan favorite because they're goofy. Like they don't win a Stanley Cup without him. I don't think last season.
When you talk to your
season, but, you know.
Yeah, when you talk to your grandson about the Panther run, are you going to bring up Brad Marchand?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think so. So you're right.
Pistons tonight are 3.5-point dogs in Cleveland. Anybody like that game?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That series I just find so not compelling.
It's really not.
Well,
Kate Cunningham.
Let me see Dunky though. Let me see what Dunky's got going on.
Dunk. He hit a 3 in the first quarter and went crazy. I was like, take it easy. It's 9 minutes left in the first.
So Duncan over 3.5 threes made is plus 135. Over 2.5 threes is minus 170. Too rich for my blood.
Yeah, and he doesn't play that much.
Nah, he does.
He's out there a lot. He's one of those guys where if he hits them early, he's feeling it and you're going to go over in the first half. But if he misses a couple, he gets a little trepidatious.
Yeah.
And the Lakers-Thunders game tonight, Thunder, 11.5-point road favorite. Solana had mentioned that's LeBron's biggest dog as a home team in the postseason ever.
Crazy, man.
I bought LeBron up with you, and I'm betting LeBron double-double.
So I've got LeBron over 23.5.
Yep, I'm there with you.
Anything else tonight? There's no Marlins, huh? They don't normally have Mondays off, do they?
They don't, but they played 10 straight at home, and then now they're going on a 6-game road trip. So they're out in Minnesota tomorrow, so they're off today.
Bron double-double plus 170. Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I just saw FIU baseball made SportsCenter top 10. And I thought they were going to play our call because I was on the call for the game yesterday, and I thought they were going to play my call because
what was the situation? What happened?
It was insane. It was our shortstop made he had 2 plays yesterday that were just insane, but he made a wild play, just kind of running out in outfield and caught it with like his back to the ball, and. It was one of those where like you immediately just go, whoa, like it was one of those crazy plays, but no, it's just Randy Scott talking over a music bed.
Damn it. Who were you on the call with?
Corey Brooks.
That's our guy.
Yeah.
I like Corey Brooks.
Yep.
Looking for anything else going on in the world. I don't have much in the world of sports. Last I could see from Shams that the Milwaukee Bucks are open for business on Giannis.
Yeah, he tweeted, or he was on NBA Today on ESPN, and he said that Giannis has made it clear for a period of months now that he believes the time has come for both sides to move on, and that the Bucks, like his report stated earlier, the Bucks are open for trade offers for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Solana, you said something earlier. I wrote it down. 3 1s, Hero, Kalel, and Pella. I'm in.
For Giannis?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 ones. He said Hero, Kalel, and somebody young, which I think, Pelo to be a young, attractive piece. I'm in.
The only reason you wouldn't be in is, like Solana said earlier, to remain flexible for next season. But then next season, the same thing's going to happen. You got to remain flexible for the following season.
Like you said, Hawk, you had a perfect example. You keep stretching and never run, you're just flexible. What are we stretching for?
But they wouldn't not be in on this to remain flexible. Flexibility is a result of them not landing Giannis. They're not gonna
So
avoid.
then they'd be in on that.
Oh, I think 100%.
Yeah. I think it'd be crazy not to.
I think the Heat ideally would like to not have to give up Khalil Ware, or maybe not like to give up Tyler. And maybe
ideally you'd like to fleece anybody you're doing business with. Sometimes you get fleeced, but sometimes you're in a position where you got to get fleeced.
But my point, going back to a couple weeks ago, remember we were talking about how the Bucks might have messed up by not taking that Heat offer, because it looks like the Heat might be in a situation where they could maybe offer less. We were just speculating. And now all these teams that Boston could trade Jaylen Brown, like that immediately puts them at the top of the game. And picks. Like there's teams now. Charlotte has a plethora of picks. They can offer the 14th plus 2 first plus the Heat's first next year. Like they could offer a ton of stuff plus a young player. I mean, I don't know anymore. I don't know.
And I think Kalel is I think Hero, like I said, I don't think Hero's a bad player. I just think it's kind of his time to run out in Miami. Kalel can be good, but I don't think the relationship is there. Like he can go thrive somewhere else. And he's 7 foot. He's a attractive piece, but we've seen what happens. Like next year, Spo's gonna love him. Like when's Spo gonna love Khalil Ware? He didn't love him this year. He didn't love him before.
Yeah.
He's just not gonna love Khalil.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. 5:00. Funky Buddha Happy Hour is next.
You are listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I'm not a football guy, you know that, but I read Bill Walsh's book. Do you remember? You know the book?
I can't read, Coach.
what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Working all day. Yeah, that's all I see. It's 5 o'clock somewhere and it's right here. The Funky Buddha happy hour, everyone grab a beer. See, the boys are back and so are the guests. We talk food more than sports, but we winning our bets. To the moon, bro, with all the moon go. Hot takes and more, that's coming soon, though. Every banger like a pass, every bar off the glass. WQAM, and they coming for that ass. I'm a spaz like Solana on preheat. My dog don't care who the kicker is as long as they got 2 feet. Pinkle Park champ, and he about to repeat. Don't sleep, y'all, the picture get vivid. Especially with Crowder when he cooking on the pivot. Yeah, that boy did it. Played for the Finns, embraced by this city. And then comes the man who's silly but stay litty. No avocado toast, and I hope that you ready for Mark Hochman, the big stepper from the Shy, Kane alumni, the big rapper. Gotta dap him up, and like you messing with the neighborhood chick, let's wrap it up. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's right here.
All right, 5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha happy hour. That's our guy Georgie. He was out at Whiskey Stars and Cigars on Friday. Thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you to Donovan Mitchell. I just did it. Thank you to Davion Mitchell for coming out Friday night.
I hit him with the D Mitch, though. I know y'all make fun of me.
Just to keep it safe.
Keep it safe. D Mitch, man, appreciate you coming out. Yeah, what's up, bro? We talked for a second, but it was a good time.
5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha happy hour. Tonight at Funky Buddha, Dan Day will be hosting trivia. That begins at 7:30. Monday nights at Funky Buddha in Oakland Park are a fun night. So make sure you're there tonight. You can watch a little basketball as well. And of course, we've been mentioning Pineapple Beach, Paradise Found. Pineapple Beach Blonde Ale is back for summer season. It's a tropical and refreshing blonde ale kissed with gnarly waves of juicy pineapple. A dose of floral American hops and crisp Pilsner malt make this beer ideal for any sun-soaked day. And it's available now in the tap room on draft and in to-go 6-packs. And you can find it statewide as well at a retailer near you.
I was at Pier 66 Hotel and the Omni this weekend for Mother's Day. I took Asia down there to let her check out the spas and go to the pool and all. They had Funky Buddha at both of them. Made my weekend on Mother's Day, which really isn't my weekend.
We were at a restaurant for DJ's graduation, actually the day before the graduation, Friday night, at a restaurant in Tampa called Whiskey Cake. Speaking of Whiskey Stars and Cigars, we were at Whiskey Cake, and we both had a Funky Buddha. They had it on the menu. They had it on tap, and so we cheered his upcoming graduation with a little Funky Buddha. So that's cool. Funky Buddha, part of everybody's celebrations in Florida. Make it a part of yours today.
I'm going to celebrate tonight.
Every night can be a celebration. Why not? Today's Judge Monday.
Yeah,
celebrate that.
Judge Monday with some Funky Buddha.
All right, let's do headlines here for the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour. Brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. It was funny. I did get a DM on Instagram from a listener, longtime listener. He's a good dude. And he said, do you forget, Hawk, that we've got the Minnesota Timberwolves to win the NBA Finals? Because remember, that happened on the air. I was like, oh, I'm betting this at plus 10,000. I had a bonus bet, a $20 bonus bet. That would pay me $2,000. And he's like, you want Wemby to be suspended? And I said, listen, I know I have that, but I knew coming out of the box today that Solana was going to be all for suspending Wemby, and I got much more enjoyment taking the opposite side from the jump on today's show because I knew it was going to outrage him, and it did. Although I do believe it. I want to watch. I think Timberwolves fans want to see Wemby in the lineup. You want to beat the best.
I don't know if Anthony Edwards wants to see him in the lineup.
I can speak confidently for Anthony Edwards, and he wants Wemby in the lineup. So does everyone in Minnesota, including Robert Smith.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of some famous Minnesotans.
You know what? These are your testosterone shots talking right now.
Minnesota Fats pool player. You know Minnesota Fats?
No.
Have you ever heard of Minnesota Fats, Solana?
I have not.
He's on the Mount Rushmore of Minnesotas. There's not many people named Minnesota.
Yeah, to be the best, you got to beat the best. I want an easy run to a ring if I'm anybody.
Right. Yeah. I want to advance. I want to steal Game 5 on the road. If I'm a Minnesota fan, I am outraged today that the league has opted not to suspend their little prize baby on it. Victor Wembanyama.
Prince was from Minnesota. He would want
We
to
went-
see
we-
Wemby in the lineup.
What was his house? We went to his house when we were up there a couple years ago.
That's right. Paisley Park.
Paisley Park. Crazy. Had a cafe inside of it.
This is Minnesota Fats, perhaps the greatest pool player of all time.
Ooh, that's a good look right there, man.
I could whoop him.
In what? A race?
A race for sure. Everything else other than pool, to be honest.
Nah, Minnesota Fats. Yeah, not in pool.
It's a weird take, Solana. I don't want to see the future of the league and one of the best players in the world play basketball for a game. That's crazy.
Because I've seen them suspend Draymond Green.
But that's not the thing. You're saying I don't want to see Victor Wembanyama. It's not true. I want to see Wemby. You know what Wemby should do? Not elbow an opposing player in the face.
Agreed.
Like it's that simple. There's a set of rules. Every player should abide by said rules. And in my opinion, even if it was Bam Adebayo who elbowed somebody in the face, I would expect him to get a 1-game suspension. Like it's not.
For
this
what?
is not
But for what?
for what.
For what? Like, what's the purpose of suspending Wemby for another game?
It's just
To
like
teach
in
him
the
a lesson?
It's just like in the NFL. If you throw a punch in the game, you get ejected. Like that's the rule. And
Right.
And if Tom
But-
Brady
but
threw a punch
in a
the
playoff
Super
game,
Bowl,
in a
if-
playoff game.
if Tom Brady, the first snap of the Super Bowl, throws a punch, do I want to watch the
Well, but they
best
kicked
player in the
Wemby
world
out of the
in
game
Super
last
Bowl?
night.
No.
Right, but-
It's not.
but
It's the AFC Championship game. Tom Brady punches somebody in the face in the AFC Championship game. You don't want to see him play in the Super Bowl.
I do want to. No. I'm not saying no, because in the NFL it's different. You don't automatically get suspended. I'm just saying there's a rule in place, and that rule in the NFL is you throw a punch in a game, you get ejected, right? And in my opinion, any player, that rule it should be implemented for any player.
But it applied to Wemby last night. He got kicked out of the game. Flagrant 2, kicked out of the game.
I agree, but I think there's precedent by the NBA.
Precedent is not a rule. Precedent is not a rule.
That's fair. That's fair. But if a player throws an obvious elbow, which is equivalent to a punch, then that player should be suspended for a game. Period.
Why?
End of story.
If it's not a rule.
It's not, but it's been implemented in the past.
But
It has
again, that doesn't make it a rule. The reason that it's not a rule is to take this stuff into account. I'm telling you, the reason it's not a rule is to take past transgressions into account. Wemby's got none. Also, you know what? He's still dealing, I think, with the concussion. And he may not have had control over his elbow.
Didn't even know what he was doing.
Didn't know what he was doing.
Even though he stared Nas Reed straight in the eyes before he hit him.
Right, because he didn't understand why the guy put his head in front of his elbow. But that's the concussion. Listen, if you're not concerned with head safety, Solana, that's on you. But I don't subscribe to that.
Have you seen the movie Concussion?
Tell the truth.
It's just weird for you to be on this soapbox yelling Wemby shouldn't play in Game 5.
He didn't want to see Tiger play in the Masters. He hates great athletes. Hates them.
You keep saying it's weird.
Loves Ethan Bonner.
It's crazy that you're screaming Wemby should be suspended to see lesser basketball.
Right. All he wants to do is watch Riley Patterson.
Because I know ball.
Somebody says Hawk said it with the Sharpie in his mouth, and so that swayed him.
Of course.
You're welcome.
Does make you look smarter.
That's what I'm saying. Where does the Sharpie look? That's how I was going to walk around Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars Friday night. The Sharpie. Hey, nice to meet you. What is that, a shoe?
Label maker. Who else has a label maker?
No one in 2026?
And I got a stack of checkbooks. Just old school, baby.
What's that, Solana?
Madden 2000 and 64.
Who's got that in 2026?
They should do it. They should kick Madden out the booth. Yeah, just
Right.
let's put everybody down.
May he rest in peace.
I think he's not in the booth anymore, Crowder.
I saw him down on the beach.
Must have been.
All right, let me transition to something something else here.
Less dangerous.
What duo still alive in the NBA playoffs?
Hall and Oates.
Boom. All right, let's move on then. That's done, obviously. Jimmy, if that's not a rejoin by tomorrow at 2, then
Duo. What's
Jimmy.
Oklahoma City's duo? SGA
Jimmy,
and
wake up.
Holmgren?
Wake up,
Or
Jimmy.
SGA,
Jimmy.
Jimmy sleep.
Wake up.
Jimmy's dreaming about the Costco hot dog he's going to get tomorrow before he comes into the show.
And a 7th grade volleyball picture. Oh, the good old days.
What do you average?
Snap my fingers, Jimmy. You will wake up. Wake up.
What do you average, Jimmy? Like 2 Costco hot dogs a week? Is that the right digit?
No, 1.
But you're telling me one Costco glizzy fills you?
Gotta eat something, but it won't.
Right,
it
but
won't,
does it fill you?
No, but it just cures my hunger.
So it fills you.
Yes, but not 100%.
So it doesn't fill you.
Jimmy, usually when you say "but," you have a second part of the
Well,
sentence.
I mean, I could dissect that one. It was very difficult to get to where we are, but we're back where we started. I don't know if it fills him or not. I don't believe that it does, but I know it's only $1.50. So he could get a second one, and it would only be $3, but he only gets one.
But the thing is, it's a combo. So if I buy another one, I had to buy the drink as well.
Right, but it's $1.50, right?
Yeah, it's $1.50.
And the drink is sealed, like in a can.
No. You they have
It's in a cup.
Fountain.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in other words, you could get 2 glizzies, 2 drinks, and 2 chips. Does it come with just a drink,
No,
or does
no
it come with
chips.
chips?
No chips.
No chips.
Doesn't bring chips.
So you could get 2 glizzies, 2 drinks, $3.
Yes.
Right. But you don't want the second drink, so you go hungry.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right.
How
Just
much
wanna
is
make sure I
a
have it
hot
straight.
dog by itself? 75 cents?
You can't get it like that.
No.
You can't. You're telling me I can't go to Costco's and buy a hot dog by itself?
You
That's a
can
lie.
you can turn down the cup for the drink, but they're not giving you a cheaper
Still
price.
$1.50.
They won't sell me a flowing hot dog by itself. That's a lie.
No, it's not.
Well, it's $1.50. You're
And-
paying for the drink regardless. You don't have to take it if you don't want.
But I want a hot dog for $1. I want
Well,
2 hot
yeah, but-
dogs and a drink.
Hi, it's not a garage sale. You can't make your own price.
I'll smack your mouth, Roger.
I'll smack your mouth back and show me your Costco card. How did you get in here?
A drink by itself is like 79 cents.
Another solid one for Judgment Mondays. People, I know you guys don't have Costco memberships. I don't either. I go with my dad. But people who do have the Costco membership,
Oh,
but they
I cannot imagine being at Costco with Eduardo. Holy hell.
But-
that has to be something.
so they check your membership at the door. And it's really not a big deal. You just have to show them your membership card. Or if you don't have it, you just kind of go, you tell them their name, they look you up. But there's like this pride of Costco members, my dad, trying to get by the person who checks in at the front door. And then when they stop you, they're like bothered, like, oh,
Right.
I've got the membership. Like, just let the person do their job. You know the deal. You come to Costco, just show your membership card. No big deal.
Right.
Why are you being the person that has to like get special treatment?
Right.
Why?
You're not Charles Barkley walking into an arena.
They scan your card too. Like you don't just show it to them and think, hey, look, I'm a member.
Yeah,
Well,
I
would
mean,
say, I've been to places that they're charging at the door and looking at IDs, and they'll see me and be like, "Oh, you good, Crowder?" I think Eduardo once, "Oh, you good, Eduardo?"
Right. But I'm saying he's not Charles Barkley walking into an arena. He looks like every other person walking into Costco. The person at the door is not going to remember him. Jimmy,
Eduardo.
they might remember.
They do. They say, hey, what's up, Jimmy?
Glizzy Man.
Please don't have a nickname with Glizzy Man.
Glizzy Man.
That's a terrible nickname.
what's worse, the big perv or Glitzy Man?
I'm going with Glizzy Man on that one.
Reminds me of the old joke. Purvis Ellison and Jimmy walk into a Costco.
Big perv.
All right, waving the headlines.
All right. Hey, we're exactly 1 month away today to the date of the World Cup
Yeah.
starting.
Yeah. We'll be talking some footy before you know it.
Of course, the first game is in Mexico. They'll be playing in Xolot. Tonight, Cavs versus Pistons, 8 p.m. Detroit. They lead the series 2-1. That's on NBC and Peacock. Lakers versus Oklahoma City, 10:30. My duo question was like my big 5 o'clock
forgot.
headlines.
Oh, we don't have
segment.
time. What is
And
it?
Hawk came out with Hall & Oates.
And then we got sidetracked by Glizzy Man.
Oh.
No, I mean, I was just going to argue Maxey and Embiid over anybody else, just because. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Who is this? God, my question going to be, is it SGA and Holmgren or SGA and J. Will? What's their duo?
Well, Jay Will's hurt, but it's SJ and Holmgren. That's the duo.
Number one.
And then Brunson and Towns.
Hell with Towns.
Oh, man. You're
He's
going to watch
playing
them
good,
in
but-
the NBA Finals.
Watch what happens. Oh, man. Holmgren going to give him pure hell if they make it to the finals.
Thanksgiving Day game is set. Cowboys and Eagles.
Oh,
That's a biggie.
Yeah.
doesn't the schedule get released on Thursday?
Yeah, so they're doing international games and stuff throughout the week. And then I guess the rest of the schedule gets released on a certain day.
Do you guys think, you know how all the teams do like those cutesy little videos when they
Yeah.
do schedule releases? Will anybody make a Rossini Vrabel joke in their video?
I don't think the NFL will allow it.
Yeah. It's a black eye to the NFL. We
Yeah.
laugh at it. We talk about it. But NFL wants to act like it never happened.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like everybody knew in the NFL.
Yeah. Nobody joked about Robert Kraft and his massage parlor visits.
No? It was all over late night.
No. I'm
Oh, you're
talking
saying
about
in the schedule release?
Yeah, schedule release NFL wise. Like they
That
could
would have
run
been
from-
funny. Speaking of release, here's Robert Kraft.
They could run from it. They could tell them, man, don't say Deshaun Watson stuff. Yeah, nobody's doing that in NFL release schedule parties or whatever.
All right, guys. The Marlins, of course, are off today. They're in Minnesota tomorrow. And Inter Miami did pick up 3 points over the weekend. They beat Toronto in Toronto. They're up 4-0. They end up winning 4-2. They're going to play Wednesday, by the way, against Cincinnati.
Oh.
Your weather? It's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. It's 89 degrees. Tonight, the lows will be in the 70s.
All right. Will Manso from Local 10. He will join us in the next segment here on the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour.
You gotta call Allied Doors. If your garage door is outdated, damaged, or not hurricane ready, now the hurricane season's coming. I wish the best, but you got to prepare for the worst. Don't wait. Call Allied Doors. Serving South Florida since 1966. That's 60 years of trusted family-owned service. If it's you or if I'm talking about one of your neighbors, don't be the beautiful home, the well-kept yard, and you got those terrible garage doors. You can fix that with Allied Doors. Huge in-stock inventory, same-day service, custom impact-rated doors built to protect and upgrade your home fast. They have a same-day service. They work fast. I'm telling you, they'll get you right. Plus the industry-leading LiftMaster openers. That's LiftMaster. It's the best, built to perform. It doesn't take 45 seconds and all that noise to get the garage door up. We got LiftMasters on our personal home, my wife's investment properties, and I'm telling you, it makes it so much easier. It makes it so much better, and it upgrades that home. You got to give Allied Allied Doors a call today, 954-942-8550. That's 954-942-8550, or visit allied-doors.com, and they're going to watch out for you. Mention this ad, you get $300 off. Don't wait. Upgrade your home. Protect your home. Call Allied Doors today.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
You're not going to learn anything about sports on this show. I'm sorry. You're not. But I know McDonald's.
Go.